Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to disturb your peace with the title. My bad. I did not know. I was disturbing your peace with gets. So I was like, you know what? Damn, I got exposed. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying. I only get so many characters. I don't get that many characters when it comes to making my title. So I'm like, damn, I'm trying to make a title and get to the point and it's, you know how it is. It's hard. So listen, according to Reddit, she was exposed. I don't know how true this is because honestly, to find research for this video was very hard. Everything was scattered all over the place because I guess this all went down in real time on social media. And I don't think the girls knew that it was gonna blow up like this, but girl, it blew up, girl. It blew up. So let's get into the Wizard Liz. I had to do a little bit of research. I don't even know how accurate this is because I got this from Google, but she's a TikTok YouTube star. She's known for her self-development, mental health, and lifestyle content. Many of her posts are centered around being able to move forward after a difficult life event. She also vlogs her fitness routine. She travels about her, and then she also vlogs like her everyday life. She has over 7 million followers on TikTok. She has 8 million subscribers on YouTube. She posted her first TikTok in May of 2021. In the video, she shows footage from her school days versus like her present day. So she does a lot of like before and afters, transformations, and things like that. I don't really trust Reddit, not because it's Reddit, just because a lot of people are on there putting their opinions, and I get that, but opinions are not always facts. I just gotta be honest with you. Opinions are not always facts. Even when it comes to my opinion that I give on my platform, that's why I always say in the intro, it's not changing because I give my opinion. And my opinion is not factual. It's just my opinion. That's it. Okay. It may end up being true, but it's not always true. You get what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. So that's why when it comes to Reddit or even Lipstick Alley, it's like you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Just like you should be taking my platform with a grain of salt. Okay? Um that is why the intro is staying that way because I want y'all to understand that I'm not always on here stating facts because I'm giving my opinion. All right. So also, she also would post like self-development advice on YouTube. Again, she has over 8 million subscribers. She's post selfies, modeling, traveling content. Um, and then also she married this man. Now, according to Reddit, the girls are telling me that she married this man within a year of knowing him, and she's 4 months pregnant. Oh, she's not married. I'm sorry, y'all. Is she engaged? All I know is she's known this man for like a year tops, and she's 4 months pregnant. Okay. Is she married? Or is she, I'm sorry, not married. I keep getting that confused. Is she engaged? Is she engaged? Because there was a ring in the situation. She's engaged. She's not officially married, y'all. She's engaged to be married. And she's 4 months pregnant. And she only knew this man for about a year. So they dated, they got engaged, they're pregnant, all within a year. That's a red flag. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's rushed. 4 months pregnant, engaged, dated, vetted, all in a year. And then I was shocked to learn that this girl is only 25. So I was like, wow, she's only 25 years old. She knew him for 4 months. Wow. This seemed like a oops, but this is the type of content that she creates.
Something hurt you, if someone did something offensive to you, call them out on it. Put people on the spot in the moment. The more you do this, the less people will play with you. Because at the end of the day, the only person you're being mean to when you don't stand up for yourself is you. You have to know when to speak up for your boundaries and when to say, hey, listen, this is where you will not cross me. Why is your confidence so low that you accept shitty behavior from people that in 1 second will leave your life if you just close the door? You can say, hey, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Wait a minute, y'all. Why? And this, y'all. So, okay, I've seen Liz on TikTok. When I was on TikTok, some of her videos would come through. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like a lot of what she was talking about. As an ex-people pleaser my damn self, you know, I was like, oh, she right, girl. Call them out on the spot. You know, people pleasers, we have to learn how to be confrontational with people because a lot of times we're so used to people pleasing that we tend to refrain from being confrontational. So, like, when her content would come across my platform, I never followed her on social media or anything, but I would always like the video because I'm like, as an ex-people pleaser, I'm like, yes. And maybe when she popped up in my algorithm, I was into that type of topic or conversation or discourse. So maybe that's how she popped up on my For You page. But I'm not gonna lie, I liked a lot of the stuff that I was seeing, but I don't know her like that. So when I first heard about her fiance slash boyfriend cheated on her, I was shook. I was like, damn, girl. And it seems like just based off of her content, she had done so much work on herself to get to this point to be like this high value woman. But then people are saying she's a scam. Just there was a girl in the chat that just said my sister used to be friends with her as a teen and she's a whole scam. And I'm like, well, what? How is she a scam? But let's continue.
Bye. And close the door and never open it again. So like you don't want to appear mean or whatever, but I would rather be called mean in that moment than go home and then question why I would allow someone to treat me like that. No, speak up in the moment. Hey, I didn't like that. Hey, don't tell me that.
What song is this in the back? Listen, TikTokers, when y'all are bringing receipts, can y'all not put copyrighted songs in the background? Please. I feel like she gives great advice. But see, listen, listen. A lot of y'all faves are not practicing what they preach. I told y'all that. And let me explain why some of your faves are not practicing what they preach. Because it takes discipline. Okay? Now, I struggle with discipline. You struggle with discipline. A lot of people struggle with discipline. So they could have been doing well for like 2 years. They could have been doing well for 3 years or 4 years or whatever the case may be. And then when their discipline got tested, they didn't pass the test. Now, does that make them a bad person? Not really. It makes them human. It makes them human. It makes them more relatable to this whole life experience because no one really has the answers. Advice is just that. It's advice. You can take it or you don't have to. You can take it or you don't have to. So when people are saying, "Oh, the wizard Liz has been exposed," can y'all explain to me how she was exposed? Because I'm not really following. I'm gonna get into Abby, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I like Abby. I do. I like Abby. Clock it. I like her. I can tell, and I haven't watched all of what she had to say, but that is a woman that's done the work on herself. I just want to put that out there. Abby has done the work because I can just tell. There's a pureness about her energy. There's also Abby is London's ex who spoke out on TikTok. Okay, let's go ahead and get into that. Let's get into that. Let me go ahead and play the breakdown. Okay, she was the last woman. And remember in my P. Diddy video where I said, stop making the previous woman your biggest enemy or your biggest op. She could be your biggest resource. Stop making the previous woman the biggest op. She could be your biggest resource. Okay. I need the girls to understand that because there's a pattern. It's like the previous woman is always, she's your biggest enemy. No, she may actually be your saving grace. She may. She may be your saving grace. She may be the woman that saves your life from being destroyed. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's think about that. But let me go ahead. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna use Sloan here. Oh wait. Because he did a breakdown. And then I'm just gonna probably branch off from there. Okay.
Forgiveness is a big thing. So if you have ever had a trust issue come up, you gotta learn how to forgive and work through that.
Depends what the trust issue was. If the person is like texting other people.
Yeah, well, there's different like degrees.
I broke up with him and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I will not settle for someone that's cheating on me. Do you understand that that man thinks you're not worthy of loyalty?
Never trust your husband. Like he may just cheat on you. You never know.
Like, I'm not gonna come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just gonna come on here and ask for understanding. I made a mistake.
The wizard Liz has exposed her ex Landon after he decided to risk their relationship over a Snapchat affair. This guy made a stupid move because now her millions of followers have turned against him, especially because Liz is currently 4 months pregnant and he decided to cheat on her. This is a deep dive into what happened between Liz and Landon. So
Listen, I'm gonna have to turn off my noise cancellation because depending on this breakdown, my ooh, girl, I need y'all to hear me when I say that because so it's gonna be a little echoey, but this is a reaction, and so I want y'all to get my reaction. And sometimes the noise cancellation while the video is playing, it doesn't always get my reaction. So I'm gonna have to turn off the echo cancellation so that you can hear anything that I add to what Sloan is saying in this video, in this breakdown. Okay.
So let's get into it. Getting cheated on sucks. It's worse when you're engaged, and even worse when you're engaged and 4 months pregnant. That's exactly what's happening to poor wizard Liz and her former partner, Landon Nickerson. The internet is literally calling this a horror story. Now, if you don't know who Liz is, she has millions of followers on every...
And by the way, can we get the stereotypes out the way just based off of what we're looking at, just based off of me being a viewer, right? I don't know them, right? But he gives like nice guy meets baddie or extremely beautiful, very physically attractive woman. And she has some would say like that Kim K like aesthetic or whatever. And he's like the nice guy that most likely was nerdy coming up. And so like, y'all get what I'm saying? Am I painting a picture? That's what I got when I started to deep dive into this. I was like, oh, he's like the nice guy. And I warned y'all about the nice guy. I told you the nice guy is a manipulator. That's why he plays the nice guy. He cloaks himself in, I'm the nice guy. You should trust me because I'm the nice guy. I'm not like the other guys because I'm nice. It's manipulation. Okay. Somebody said he gives Joe from you. I can see that. That's so sad. But yeah. Yeah. Like he gives like nerdy tech guy, you know, like a guy that you would think would be a great catch. He probably looks great on paper. He probably even looks good when it comes to just being seen publicly. So yeah, I can see why Liz decided to take a chance on Landon. Or is it Landon? Is it Landon or London? It's Landon. It's Landon. But the Joe from you, I can really see that. I can see that.
Single platform. So a lot of people know about her life, and they know about Landon, and they know that she's pregnant. Liz is titled as a manifestation coach and social media star here.
She's a manifestation coach?
Liz Wizard. Her former fiance is a YouTuber as well, Landon Nickerson, and he had allegedly cheated on her while she's pregnant with their baby.
Wait. Ladies, he was a YouTuber? Wait a minute. Slow it down. Landon is into social media? seriously, I need y'all to clarify. No way. I keep trying to tell the girls, you get a man that's not into social media. You don't get a man that wants to be like this big public figure on social media. Pick a man that does not want to be on social media. That's why and the reason why I'm saying this, okay, hear me out. The reason why I'm saying this is I'm a YouTuber. I would never date anyone in this space because shit gets messy real quick. You don't do that. My mother always told me, you do not shit where you eat, okay? You do not date where you work. You do not even date where you live. Because you don't even, and you even got to be careful about dating out of your gym, because you don't want to date in spaces that could really uproot your life to where you have to change it because you decided to take a chance and date this guy, but this is a place that you frequent, like the gym, a place you frequent, your apartment, a place you frequent. Cause listen, y'all, I'm around fine men every day, but I would never date nobody in this building. Cause I'm like, oh hell no. Like, I'm not about to blow up my spot. I made the mistake with the gym, and then I had to blow up my spot. And I really loved my gym, but I had to switch gyms because it got weird. It got really weird, and I felt like I was being stalked. And then that's when I stopped posting to my Instagram every time I was at the gym, because all of a sudden he would be at the gym, and it just got weird. So, ladies, do not shit where you sleep. All right? Just don't do it. Don't do it. I even made the mistake with the gym. Don't do it. Not your apartment, your home, like your neighborhood, not your job. Anywhere where you frequent or you enjoy, do not do it. Like, I was approached, when was this? Friday night. And nice gentleman. He was really, really sweet, but I could not take him up on his offer because I met him in a place that I frequent. And I'm like, and listen, I love this place. If you're in my Discord, then you know this place is beautiful. The scenery, when I was cleaning up my email, when I was trying to delete the email and you saw the background, I was like, oh no, I can't date you. I can't date you. I just cannot. So I'm like, I don't want to ruin this spot that I really love. So I told him the truth. I was like, listen, I gave you my phone number out of obligation, but I'm not looking for anything romantic with you because I met you here. And this is somewhere where I love to go and I love to come and I really enjoy my time here. And it's like, I'm not messing this up. So ladies, think about that. So I would never date a man off YouTube, social media, none of that. I want him to be so low key, so regular. I do not want him to be into social media. I don't want him to be in any of this stuff because this is my domain. Like, this is where I shine. I want him to shine somewhere else. Okay. I'll be there clapping, but I want him to shine somewhere else. Obligation, because the reason why I felt obligated was because as a woman, where when you're single and you're at a certain age, sometimes you feel obligated to take dates because society tells you that you should. And so in the moment, I was like, I should go on the date because I might as well just go, we got to talking about business and stuff like that. And so I was like, he would be a great guy to just be friends with, right? So I felt obligated, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, we're not people pleasing. So then I just told him straight up. I was like, hey, I felt obligated to give you my number and to take you up on your offer, but I decided that that's not really what I'm looking for. And so I had to be honest. As a woman, like, once you reach a certain age, like, sometimes you feel obligated to go on a date because it's the thing to do because you're single and you are reaching a certain age where it's the thing to do. So you get what I'm saying? So, but I really thought about it and I was like, but that's not what I want to do though. That's not what I wanted to do. So I felt obligated and I just kept it real with him. I was like, listen, I felt obligated and I'm like, you know what? This is not what I want. So it was kind of like that. But let me get back to Liz. I hate that she dated this man from YouTube. I can already tell you that I don't like that, because you got to think about it, right? I have to be careful with my dating life. I can't date like a regular person. I have to date like I'm a public figure. Like I put my face out here on social media. I put my opinions out here on social media. I know in the back of my mind that there is a man praying to humble me. You got to think like that. You got to think like, I want her to be humbled. She thinks too highly of herself. She thinks she knows it all. She thinks she can give women advice. She thinks she can coach. And I think that this man was watching her and was sitting back like, I want to humble her. I want to humble her. You got to think about that. And I think that if he was in the YouTube space, ooh, yeah.
What is going on with the men these days? I mean, have they always been like this? I think social media made it even worse, or just made it easier to figure out.
Ooh.
You know, it's not like they had a perfect relationship.
Ooh,
they got together very quickly, engaged very quickly, and there were plenty of red flags in their relationship. I mean, being on social media, it exposes you and shows your true behavior, and people can see right through it.
When did you know you? Always like Liz, sometimes the kids lie.
Well, no, you just gotta be life. If you wake up in the morning knowing what you want to do with that day, knowing that if you do something today, tomorrow will be better. Like, never trust your husband. Like, he may just cheat on. I think it's a good mix because an Aries can kind of go around.
Yeah.
So honestly, for this Q&A, I don't want to like. I want honestly real.
Wait, did he just say that he's a Gemini and she's an Aries? Did I hear that correctly? Wait a minute. Cause that's a bad combination.
No, you just gotta be life. If you wake up in the morning knowing what you want to do with that day, knowing that if you do something today, tomorrow will be better. Like, never trust your husband. Like, he may just cheat on. I think it's a good mix because an Aries can kind of go around.
Yeah.
So honestly, for Q&A, I don't want to like. I want honestly.
Y'all, I have a story time about a Gemini man. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. Honestly, I started questioning if I should go to the other side. The man was crazy. And I only knew him for a few hours. But I felt like I had dealt with, I don't know how many different personalities. And listen, this is no shade to Geminis, right? Because I'm a Gemini rising. But he was toxic in a Gemini. And he was crazy. Oh my God. And he tried to expose me on YouTube. He tried to make it seem like I was a masculina. And this man got mad at me because he couldn't sleep with me the first night that we met. And he was crazy because it was like the whole, we hung out for like half the night. And I felt like I was dealing with 3 different personalities within the few hours that I met him. And when I wanted to go home, he was offended. And there was like a switch that went off. And he was just like so like controlling, pushy, mean. I was just like, oh my God. And listen, we had a great time. The conversation was great. It just turned weird when he turned into somebody else. And I was just like, hell no. Yeah, it got weird. When I wanted to go home, y'all, it got really weird. And at that point, that's when I started looking at him differently. And that's when I was like, what is he was a Gemini. It was crazy. So damn, this is a Gemini and an Aries in a relationship.
I wasn't planning on
I want to be real and just be like, yeah, okay, here's what it's like.
Channel, but I always just say whatever Becky.
Now, this actually
Ooh, yeah.
confirmed the allegations that Landon created a secret Snapchat account to message other women. The women later reached out to Liz's friend with evidence. Liz explained that just days before the betrayal, Landon had been with her in London, expressing love and commitment. She says that Landon called the relationship fake. Okay, go ahead and try to gaslight her. Meanwhile, my cats are with him in Dallas, and all my stuff are there in our apartment. And oh, I'm 4 months pregnant. Not to like bring up past trauma, but like when my ex cheated on me, I remember my dog was with him, and like I had like just horrible thoughts of like, oh my gosh, that's like my baby, and now I just truly do not trust this person. I feel like other people have probably been in that position before. Liz claims that Landon's incredibly sorry, but honestly, I feel like I don't know him at all. I feel stupid for ignoring the signs and the dreams that I had, even the ones I told him about. Listen to your intuition, women. A man who can't control his lust will never be able to lead. She actually revealed that she plans to sell her $100,000 engagement ring. Whew, like $100,000. Please, Liz. But she's gonna sell it and donate the money to single moms. So if you're a single mom out here, you better check out what Liz is up to. There has been a trend recently where a lot of partners have been like teasing their boyfriends or husbands, saying my current husband or my current boyfriend when describing them in a video, and Liz did that with Landon, which is, foreshadowing.
I have to introduce to you guys my current husband. So we met
Wait, your current husband?
Yes. So,
Okay.
are you gonna keep interrupting me?
Your current husband?
Y'all, I hate this so much. I'm sorry. I hate this so much. And you want to know why? I hate when girls bring men on their platform and they play these games, and they do it for likes and views and engagement. And it's like, it leads to your biggest downfall. It's embarrassing. It's cringy. Please stop doing it. Please stop doing it. Because then if this situation doesn't go well, which typically when you bring a man on your platform, it never does, right? So then when it doesn't go the way that you want, then you have these stupid videos that people can use and play, and then you look crazy. So you look like please, like he played you, right? And it's just, you're trying to play him, but he's really playing you. And it's hard to watch. I hate this. It like keeps women losing. I don't like it.
Yes.
No, baby. No, I'm your forever husband.
No, that's factual. You have to talk factual because they don't understand,
So
You have to say like currently right now.
Got it. But you're currently and forever my wife.
Currently. I always tell you to be more in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, you should be grateful that you're my husband, Current husband.
Have you ever been in a serious accident that changed everything? It's like a nightmare. One moment you're minding your own business, and the next you're in pain, you're confused, and trying to figure out how you're gonna deal with the amount of medical bills. And insurance, that could be a nightmare on its own. That is when I found out about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. So it is literally risk-free to go and file a claim. So whether you've been hurt in an accident, 1 year in a row, what Landon did to Liz is literally a horror story. It's such a calculated move to rush the marriage, not even have a ceremony, get her pregnant within 6 months, then cheat on her when she's 4 months into the pregnancy. There's I'm seeing some articles say that they're engaged, some say they are married. I think they're engaged, but if they're married, that's even messier.
Yeah, that's how I'm confused.
Hopefully they could annul it because their relationship moved.
Does anybody know if they're legally married or not? Because I was confused about that too. Some were saying they were married, then some were saying they were just engaged. I was confused about that too. I don't know. I have no idea. But it seems like he was love bombing her though, regardless. It doesn't even matter. Like he was love bombing her anyway. She's not married. They were just engaged. Okay.
Moved so fast. Kind of didn't feel real because it was so fast. Wow, people are going after Landon. They write, he's the reason you must never go for an ugly guy who's obvious fake geek. He was saying stuff like, I speak math and acting goofy. He cheated on Liz while she's 4 months pregnant. Ugly Andrew Tate lookalike incel. He's an Aries, by the way. Which I'm actually a moon Aries. I'm a sun Sagittarius.
Okay, so Liz is a Gemini and he's an Aries male? Girl, that's even worse. Girl, I dealt with a crazy Aries male. I'm an Aries woman. But them crazy Aries males, girl, I dealt with 2 of them. I'm done. I'm never dating my sign ever again. It's horrible. Okay? There's always a power struggle too, because I'm like, listen, you're not about to manipulate me. Listen, I've dealt with Aries men, and I know their games, and I know their manipulation. I even had the last Aries man that I dealt with. He literally said, "You're challenging." Really? I'm challenging because I know your ways, because I too am an Aries, so we kind of think alike. We kind of have the same approach. So one time he tried to ignore me, so I ignored him back. I was like, well, shit, I ain't talking to your motherfucking ass either then. See, he didn't like that. He wanted me to come begging, like, why are you not giving me attention? And I'm just like, fuck you too then. Like, it was like that. It was like that. So I was like, I can ignore you just as like you are ignoring me. And so it was like this pissing contest. It was like, who could go the longest without talking? Me. I can go the longest without reaching out. I can go the longest and then you will see me out here living my best life, because at the end of the day, I don't care. So I don't know. It's like Aries males, they are very manipulative. They are. So Liz. And then I've dealt with a male Aries who was nerdy. He was nerdy. Ooh, this is awful, y'all. This is awful.
Sagittarius.
This is awful.
Rising Libra. Like I said, social media is dragging Landon. Here's one person posting a video about their experience with him.
Guys, it's so crazy to me that this whole Wizard Liz thing is taking over the internet, because I used to date a kid who was friends with Landon. And I met this kid, Landon, in Miami like 2 years ago. He was dating this like bottle girl at the time. They were really cute together. And she was like, the bottle girl was like so gassed about how amazing he was to her and how they met at the club and he spent so much money, and like it was a love story. And they were like concerned for me and my relationship at the time. And it's so crazy to me to see now him getting torn apart. They scheme like this. Like everybody's saying, oh, Landon was scheming on Liz the whole time. Like this was all a big evil plot to like tear down her ego. And those kids fucking scheme, and they're in their little Discord group chats like, oh, bro, wouldn't this be so fucking hilarious? So it really could be.
Not because of Landon.
Hell yeah. And yes, y'all, Aries males are like that. They will scheme and plot. The whole time you're being preyed on, you don't even know you're being preyed on. You think he actually likes you. And I'm pretty sure he rushed this whole process. Like he probably came in, he probably really love bombed her with like these grand gestures and things, like probably gifted her this, gifted her that, gifted her this, gifted her that, gifted her all of these things. And she was just probably like so overwhelmed with all this love and affection and everything like that. And he probably rushed to sleep with her too, because that's just how Aries males are. They try to manipulate their way right into your pants, and they don't like doing it slow. They like doing it fast. So the quickest they can get into your pants, the better. So, oh man, this is crazy.
And is feeling that heat. Oh, it's getting hot in here. He is now addressing the accusations. Now, he did admit to the crime. He said that he made a mistake.
I don't mean that.
It was just like 5 to 10 minutes of texting with another woman. According to Landon, the interaction was inappropriate, but it did not.
I also need the girls to understand that manipulators will definitely admit to what they did. They will definitely admit to exactly what they did, but then they will still emotionally manipulate you. Does that make sense? Like they'll tell you exactly what they did, right? But then they'll guilt trip you. They'll tell you exactly what they did, but then they want you to quickly forgive them. They'll tell you exactly what they did, but then they want you to feel bad for them because they feel bad for cheating on you. That's what she's dealing with within this relationship. I just want you to understand that he sat down, he told her the truth, but then he emotionally manipulated her. And I don't even know the situation like that. I'm like, I know that's what he did. He told her the truth, but then he was like, I'm a manipulator. And when you're dealing with a master manipulator, that's what they do. They'll tell you the truth and then emotionally manipulate you, guilt trip you, make you feel bad. They'll play the victim even though they cheated on you. It's crazy.
Escalate beyond that. We actually have some footage of Landon's explanation, and I need you guys to see it. First off, like the messy hair and like the hoodie pulled over is so like Justin Bieber coded.
But this is the real Landon. I need y'all to understand how he's addressing the public with the hood on, and he doesn't have the puppy dog eyes anymore. He doesn't look like the nice, clean cut guy. Like, this is probably the real side of him, or he's showing part of it.
Like, I'm not gonna come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just gonna come on here and ask for understanding, because I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz. I love her with my entire heart, and we have...
You see how I said he tells you the truth and then he emotionally manipulates you? He just fucking did the shit. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Flag on the play. He just openly said the truth, but I love her. I love her. And I'm in love with her. Let me go back.
I'm just gonna come on here and ask for understanding, because I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz. I love her with my entire heart, and we have a baby on the way. And over the last 10 months, I have...
He kind of reminds me of like Ken Ark or Gypsy Roses. Like, I spend like a little bit, you know?
Everything I can to give this person all that I can and to make her happy and do all this. And regardless of how much I care, I made a mistake. And in the middle of texting somebody I should not be texting in this moment of fucking weakness, seeking validation, it's just a bad behavior that I can't believe I did. But in the moment that I was doing it, I messaged that person that I was sorry and that it was wrong. And I prayed to God that night for strength and clarity to never do that again. That is not who I want to be. I thought I was stronger than this. I thought I was smarter than this. And I let something build up inside of me that...
So now he's a victim and he's asking God for forgiveness? This is crazy.
I indulged in. And it is weak and it is despicable. In this, I'd like to just take full accountability.
It's hard for me to get through that, you know? The thing is, he actually was saying, like, I guess the right things, like taking accountability. I mean, he needs to publicly apologize to...
Now, wait a minute. Is that the full response or is that not? Because I think I have the full response right here. I don't think that was 3 minutes. Hold on.
I'm not going to come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just going to come on here and ask for understanding, because I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz. I love her with my entire heart, and we have a baby on the way. And over the last 10 months, I have done everything I can to give this person all that I can and to make her happy and do all of this. And regardless of how much I care, I made a mistake. And in the middle of texting somebody I should not be texting in this moment of fucking weakness, like seeking validation, it's just a bad behavior that I can't believe I did it. But in the moment that I was doing it, I messaged that person that I was sorry and that it was wrong. And I prayed to God that night for strength and clarity to never do that again. That is not who I want to be. It is not who I thought I was stronger than this. I thought I was smarter than this. And I let something build up inside of me that I indulged in. And it is weak and it is despicable. And in this, I'd like to just take full accountability. I don't think this should have been aired out, honestly. And there's so much, oh my God, there's so much to say that I am not going to say. But I'm taking accountability regardless. This is not something that I want to promote or make seem like I identify with. This is not who I want to be, and I'm sorry. I don't know how I could be such a fucking idiot.
He doesn't want to publicly identify with this. Privately, this is who he is. Publicly, he does not want to identify with this behavior.
At times, like throughout my life, there are times where I just do things that I know I shouldn't. And I learn, but I shouldn't have to learn this way. So I'm sorry. The final thing I'm going to say, and I'll probably delete these, I love Liz more than I could even put words to, and I've shown her this, and I've tried my best to make her feel safe and happy and protected. And well, yes, I made this mistake. I want to be a great man, and I'm not there yet, but I know that a great man is...
It's a no for me, y'all. And let me explain why. A man can come on and tell you whatever, right? It means nothing. actions will always speak truly for a man. And I don't really think he's given this whole thing, this whole situation, enough time for him to reflect, reevaluate why he did it, how he got to this place of feeling the need to cheat on her. I don't feel like he's really processed everything from this experience to be sorry. I just gotta be honest with you. He's only apologizing because he feels like he has to. And so I can't take him serious. Like, I can't even, like, my ears hurt because I'm just like, this doesn't mean anything to me, because it's really all about how you decide to move forward. And you apologize. You're apologizing because you got caught. You're not apologizing because you really thought what you did was wrong. And that's what I don't like about it.
One that takes accountability. I know that a great man is somebody who makes a mistake.
And I hate when people talk about take accountability. Accountability is not something that you speak about. It's something that you do. You do it with your actions. When you take accountability, you don't say, I take accountability. You actually take accountability by changing your behavior moving forward. I need people to understand that. Please do not allow these men out here to swindle you all because you heard the words, I take accountability. What is that? What is that? What am I supposed to do with that? Nothing. There's nothing I can do with that. Nothing. The only way someone can truly take accountability is through actions. Otherwise, they just talking. So I'm tired of hearing men say, I take accountability. How did you take accountability? Can you show me? Can you show me? You got to show me. You can't tell me. How did you take accountability? Tired of that. And it's like it's like men are just regurgitating what they have heard women talk about and what we want to hear. But I don't want to hear. I want to see. That's what I want to. That's what I want. I want to see you take accountability. I don't want to hear how you took accountability. I want to see how you actually took it with actions. I need you to move your hands, your body. I need you to, most importantly, be consistent. And that's another thing when it comes to taking accountability, action-wise, action-based. Are you consistent? Or did you just do it that one little time? Not buying it.
And I can be forthcoming honestly. And although I felt bad, like I should have just said, hey, I've done this thing. I feel very bad about it. I'm sorry. Like, I know what I did was wrong and this is not going to happen again and I'm sorry. And that's how you should treat the people you love. And I am sorry.
Hold on. Wait. Is this who is this? Oh, okay. I think this is Liz calling him out. Is this the woman that he cheated with? Or maybe this woman here sent this. I don't know what this is. Let me just read it, okay? She said, it wasn't a mistake like ordering the wrong food, forgetting something. No, you intentionally created an account to text another woman while having a fiance at home who loved you so much and is carrying your child. And you go out there telling that the relationship is fake. And why do, ladies, I need you to understand that when you bring a man onto your platform and you position him on your platform to showcase like this perfect relationship and things like that, it is easy for him to go out into the world and tell people that your relationship is fake. Because I really be trying to picture myself setting up a camera on a tripod, recording my partner kissing me, hugging me. It's weird. Like, I'm just thinking about how I gotta get up, set up my tripod, turn my camera on, and record PDA. Like, I gotta record myself showing affection to my partner. It's not authentic. Like, it's not genuine. It's very performative. And anytime I be seeing couples on social media, I really cringe because I can't get past how they set up the camera, how they hit record, how they turned it on. You know what I mean? I can't get past that because I'm not looking at how the content turned out. I'm looking at how the content was created. And I'm like, wow, they had to get up, turn that, set up the tripod, turn the camera on, turn it around, get the perfect angle, get the perfect lighting. I'm just thinking about all the steps that you had to take in order to get the content. So I can't even take in the video. I can't. You would have got me back in the day when I was like in my early 20s. You would have got me back then. But today in 2025, you're not getting me. Okay? It's weird. And then also, whoever this is, she goes, you don't want to be this person, but that is exactly who you are. Facts. You destroyed the beautiful life you could have by doing this BS. Hope you're happy now. So then he responds, okay, so he put this on his Instagram IG. I guess her fans was going in on him, and he was responding. So he screenshotted this DM and decided to post this to his IG story. Okay. And then he responds, I didn't create an account to message someone. I opened an app. Oh, here we go. We have a wise ass on our hands. Oh, so he one of them type. We have a wise ass. I open up an app I've had for years and message someone from the past. Weak and not okay. Sir, he's y'all, he a trip. And then he goes, our marriage is not technically legal, but she is my wife. So it's a fake in some way, but real in others. Is he for real? Again, sent a couple texts, immediately felt bad, should not have done that, owning it. Is he serious? Is he serious? What else did he say? Was that it? Okay. I don't like it.
Liz, but something about the way he said it, the tone. You saw me. I was like, I was checking out there because I'm not buying it. And this report totally makes sense. Liz revealed
that was a red flag.
Landon denied the allegations and called the evidence fake. Liz further thanked the woman, Peyton, for showing her what kind of man Landon was. Liz also asked her fans not to send hate towards Landon, but shoot, they don't listen to her because they are. Hours after Liz posted her story, Landon also posted a picture of him and Liz on his Instagram account, probably like a desperate attempt to try to win her back.
I don't think this should have been aired out, honestly. And there's so much, oh my God, there's so much to say that I'm not going to say. I'm taking accountability regardless. This is not something that I want to promote. Or
God.
I identify with this.
Promote? Okay, wait, we're just too influencer brain dead at this point.
Not who I want to be, and I'm sorry. I don't know how I could be such a fucking idiot at times. Like throughout my life, there are times where I just do things that I know I shouldn't have to.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't get the text, the IG response that he did in his story and how he reworded the truth. I can't get past that. I cannot get past that. And see, ladies, I just want to be real with you. To her fans that have turned on her, I'm going to ask you to give this girl some grace. Seriously. And hear me out, right? It's not to excuse her choices and her decisions that she is exhibiting behind this man. But just by looking at that text and how he wanted to gaslight one of her fans, could you imagine being in a relationship with this man 4 months pregnant? Can you really imagine dealing with somebody like that rewords small details? Like seriously, small details to have you convinced that what he did wasn't really a big deal. That what he did was truly a mistake. That I was just having a weak moment. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not emotionally involved with this man. We, the internet, her fans, we're not emotionally involved with this man. We don't have any emotions tied to the situation. So we can think with a level of clarity that she currently cannot think with. I got to be honest with you. Because sometimes emotions can really block you from making clear choices and decisions. It takes a very strong individual to truly make the best choice and decision for yourself when your emotions and your feelings are involved. Okay? Seriously. Which is why if the Little Mermaid popped up at the Beverly Hills Theater because this man had her messed up because his dirty D was in another woman, I'm not judging her. Because sometimes when your emotions and your feelings are involved, you don't always make the best choices and decisions. It takes self-control. It takes self-discipline. Sometimes it takes you being the bigger person. When you've been done wrong, it takes a lot of strength. Okay? It does. Not to crash out. It takes a lot of strength to walk away. And when I'm talking about strength, I'm talking about mental strength. Okay? I'm talking about mental strength. Listen, I'm not speaking on those text messages. I'm speaking on the fact that he accused her of popping up at the theater. I would not put it past Hallie if she did it. I'm not. I wouldn't judge her either. So it's just one of those situations. It's like, if he's really gaslighting her, manipulating her, lying to her, guilt tripping her, emotionally abusing her, emotionally tricking her, playing mind games and confusing her regarding what's true and what's not. And then one thing I've learned through therapy, the worst thing you can ever do is attack her in the situation over the man in the situation, because now, I hate to say it to the fans, you done turn it into, it's us against the world. It's us against my fans. They don't know you the way I know you. They don't understand you the way that I understand you. So if anything, the fans that turned on her, y'all done pushed this woman right into his arms. Y'all done pushed him right into, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. Because this man betrayed her. And then her fans turned on her. Who did she have left? It's something to think about. And also another thing that I want people to think about too when it comes to this situation. Social media tends to deal with things fast versus real life is slow. There's a different pace. In real life, things take time to process. Emotionally, mentally, paperwork. Okay? Because Hallie and DDG, people want this to be over and done with. I'm like, I'm sorry, it don't happen like that in real life. In real life, okay, things have to be processed through a system. So that could take weeks. Hell, in some cases, that can take months. But in the social media realm of things are kind of quick, instant, right? But that's not real life. And so I felt like when I originally saw this situation with Liz, I don't think her fans really gave her truly enough time to really emotionally deal with what she was going through and what she was truly experiencing, because it was all happening to her in real time. And I get it. Social media is instant. But it's like, did y'all actually give her like a few days to process what she was going through? Did you give her a week? Did you give her the weekend to really process what she was going through? Or did you just automatically just turn on her because she didn't do what you wanted her to do in that moment? It's just a question. Don't get mad at me. It's a question. Because in real life, when you're cheated on or someone betrays you, you tend to go through a lot of different emotions. First of all, the first thing you do is you go back and you try to remember, what was real, what wasn't. That's the first thing that most people tend to go back towards and think about. But it's like, did y'all really allow this woman to process everything, or did y'all expect for her to make a decision instantly? But then also, I have to be honest with you, Liz, girl, you decided to bring your fan base into the situation. You decided to put your business out on social media. You decided to air this man out like you was gonna leave his ass. Okay, so now your fans are like, we ride at dawn. And now they ready to ride at dawn. And now Liz, she MIA. Because she's thinking about staying with the man. Just sounds like a bad relationship to me. It sound like that girlfriend that you let her come over. She was crying on your couch. You was there for her. You was holding her hand. You was like, "Hey sis, I got you. I got your back. Anything you need, I'm here for you." And then you turn around and you see she back with the man. Let me continue.
Learn this way. So, I'm sorry. The final thing I'm going to say, and I'll probably delete these. I love Liz more than I could even put words to, and
Finally, I was like, wait, we're like mostly through the stories, and you still? Are we gonna apologize to Liz yet?
I've shown her this, and I've tried my best to make her feel safe and happy and protected. And while yes, I made this mistake, I want to be a great man, and I'm not there yet. But I know that a great man is one that takes accountability. I know that a great man is somebody who makes a mistake and then can be forthcoming honestly.
Oh my god, bro, like you're about to be a father, please. I can't.
And although I felt bad, like I should have just said, hey, I've done this thing, I feel very bad about it, I'm sorry. Like I know what I did was wrong and this is not gonna happen again and I'm sorry. And that's how you should treat the people you love.
Now, something about Landon I don't quite understand is like, you know what, you can make a mistake, dude, I get it. But like time and time again, he decided to share some of the chats that are in question. And let's just say he's digging his own grave. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I want to see this crystal clear. Okay, so keep in mind that Liz is away in London, I believe. He's in Dallas. He writes, "Are you still in Dallas?" She writes, "Yeah, why? The mystery woman." Landon says, "Just wondering who all I know is still here. I just got back from London, in New York City Tuesday, and then back in Dallas for a week. Do you have plans?" And then this person asks, "Aren't you married?" It looks like Landon changed his chats to delete in some settings, writing, "No, he's not married, plus just looking for friends." And then this person responded, "Since when aren't you married?" Yeah, well, it's a complicated long-distance internet thing, but no, I'm not married. Not a normal life for sure. So I wonder, is their relationship fake? I mean, this person asked that, like, is your whole relationship fake? No, it's not, but I'm not married. That part is not real. They ask, what does that even mean? So interesting.
Do y'all see how this man responds? He is such a fucking manipulator. Do y'all not see how he responds and how he skirts around the truth but still gives you the truth but manipulates it at the same time? I really do think y'all got to give Liz some grace. I do. 4 months pregnant. Emotions, feelings involved, right? She didn't know this man long, right? But long enough, right? To where she's in the situation. And even he's trying to manipulate this woman. He's trying to manipulate her to say, oh, even though I've seen you with your quote unquote girlfriend, fiance, whatever the hell, right? But it's a fake relationship. And then he's saying like, yeah, that's my girlfriend, but I'm not married. That's not my wife. You see what I'm saying? It's like he has a way of telling the truth, but also manipulating it at the same time. To have you second guess the truth. To have you second guess if what you saw is real or true. Or what you think is real or true. Or what you believe is real or true. Even like, it's natural to see a man with a woman on social media and you automatically think, oh, they're girlfriend and boyfriend, right? But he wants you to have a level of doubt with you believing that. And that is what he's doing with this mystery woman. He's gaslighting her on what she knows to be true because of what she sees on social media. So Liz, she got her work cut out for her. I just got to be honest with you. Liz has her work cut out. Seriously. Because honestly, this is a man that's going to put her through so much hell. Like, he's going to put her through so much hell.
Interesting if they're not married. Haha, do you want to see me? I can tell you in person. They write, I don't want to hang out with married men, and I saw you wearing a wedding ring, so sounds like you're married. Or maybe they're just not legally married, but they're acting like it. I don't get it. He says, well, that's fair, but no, not married. And then they send a picture of the ring as proof. Also, like, low key to want to go and hook up with a fan.
Where are my
and,
glasses?
Like, bizarre behavior. He says, on God, okay. It's worn for the video, but never mind, it's complicated. She says, explain, which I like that our girl is getting the tea. Never mind, I told you it's complicated, not legally married. Maybe we'll be. They write, either way, you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be trying to hang out with girls. Which, why is he still messaging this person? Like, what, like, you would think that you'd move on to someone else, but I guess there's no one else. He asks her, why were you going to come courtside with me then? Just curious, but your point is valid. She replies, what's your point? You invited my boyfriend and I, and we never came. I didn't know you had a boyfriend at the time, and no, I'm not trying to pull a fast one on you, lol, just was curious. She writes, but you said it yourself, you're in a relationship right now, so why are you trying to hang out with me? Oh my gosh, she's so confrontational, like, go girl, because I could not. Well, wasn't trying to date you, but you're right.
Listen, I'm not telling y'all to pity Liz. Pity doesn't do anything for a person. It doesn't. And to be honest, the internet can't help her. She can only help herself. She can only save herself. I just know what it's like to be on the receiving end of being dragged. I know how that affects your mental health. I don't like dogpiling content creators. And then I don't like dogpiling content creators that we think are not mentally okay, or they're not in a safe place mentally with the man that they're in a relationship with. Why would I dogpile on someone like that? And again, the man is the problem in the situation, but the woman became the problem when she didn't do what you wanted her to do. That's mean girl behavior. That's mean girl activity. I'm not about to dogpile on someone that I think is being manipulated and most likely is in an abusive relationship. That's just me being real. Seriously. And that's another thing. It's like people forgot about Hallie and how she was accusing this man of abuse. But ever since those crazy text messages came out, that to me, I don't even know if they're real or not. But ever since those text messages came out, it's like people forgot what her original claims were. Abuse. So, and then people don't even want to take her serious, Hallie serious, because she didn't do what you wanted her to do with her life. It's social media is getting weird. I just got to call it what it is. It's weird to be on this side and people get mad at you because you're not living your life the way that they want you to. That's weird to me, y'all. Parasocial relationships are getting out of hand. I just got to be honest with you. Like, people are holding it against people like Hallie or whoever because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. That's weird to me. That's weird to me. And so you're telling me that this woman should listen to a bunch of strangers? It's just not realistic. She should listen to her family, her friends, her closest loved ones, trusted individuals. So when it comes to situations like this, the only thing I can tell these girls is like, listen, go to your family and friends that really love and support you and truly care about you. Do not listen to the public, because the public doesn't know you like that. And the public doesn't know your situation through and through like you do. So you need to go talk to people that really, really, truly care about you. But no, y'all, I'm sick of seeing this on social media, the dogpiling on women because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. And oftentimes, if people wouldn't put these content creators and celebrities on pedestals, they would not be in a position in your life to disappoint you. Because you would put yourself on a pedestal and make yourself the main character of your life. And then these content creators and celebrities are just co-stars at best, but you're the main character. So they shouldn't be placed in a pedestal in your life to where now they disappointed you so bad to the point where now you don't like them. I just put yourself on a pedestal. Put yourself on a pedestal, because people are going to disappoint you when they are living their life for them. They are. And you should be living your life for yourself. People are always going to disappoint me. Hell, I have the ability to disappoint you, because I may go and do something that you don't like. I may go and say something that you don't like. Take me off the pedestal, okay? I didn't ask to be there. Do not put me on the pedestal. Now, listen, I'll play the devil's advocate when it comes to the fact that sometimes these content creators and celebrities, They put themselves on a pedestal and they want to be worshipped. I just got to be honest with you. But I don't know Liz, and I don't know her fan base. I don't know how she created it. I don't know how she went about doing that. But if she wanted people to look up to her, then that kind of comes with the territory as well. It does. It comes with the territory. That if you want people to look up to you and you're putting yourself on this pedestal and you're requiring other people to put you on this pedestal, where you can bank on the fact that if you're not out here leading in a way that they place you on a pedestal for, then of course they have the right to remove that. They do. So I don't know. Does she have like a cult-like following? That's what I want to know. Is everybody over there supposed to do the same thing? Everyone is supposed to live their life the same way? Is she like a cult follower or leader? Y'all let me know, because I really don't know nothing about her for real, other than the videos that came on my For You page.
Even if the situation is complicated or unresolved, I shouldn't message you. I am sorry. Maybe I'll explain more one day. So Mr. Peter Pan is a little bit hopeful one day that he'll be able to get this Snapchat girl. He was
she got a cult
sworn up
following?
after these
That makes a lot of
people
sense.
were questioning him. Maybe we will see each other. Dude, you're pregnant. Saying maybe we will get married. What was he trying to prove? It just made me angrier seeing these chats. Your wife is pregnant, and that other girl reminded him multiple times, yet he kept texting her. He honestly doesn't even deserve to be a father. Not the child. And another follow-up story, Landon writes, transparency. You can't be repentant and grow if you can't own your own choices. Now, I do want to take a step back. Is this the worst cheating scandal? No. But is he like dumb as rocks? Yes, because she is so popular. Like I said, she's got millions on every single platform. People will know. People will even try to pursue someone who's in a relationship because there are some weirdos out there. I don't think this girl was that because she kept telling him to slow it down because he's in a relationship.
So far, I can just honestly say her biggest mistake was making him a part of her brand. Seriously, she should have never made him a part of her brand. Two, her next mistake was honestly telling her followers too much of her business. There is a such thing as oversharing, and I felt like she overshared too much to where now her fans feel like she should be listening to us because we have this parasocial relationship, and she should be listening to us. She should be taking our advice now, which I could see that point of view. And then also, so far, I don't think she's handling this in the best way. Just so far, I don't think she's handling it in the best way.
But yeah, it's not it didn't get physical clearly, but also it shows his abilities, and maybe at one point it has with someone else. Now people are trolling him all over Reddit. Landon cannot get a break, and some people even think that Landon was manipulating the entire relationship.
Oh, hell yeah.
They weren't together that long, and
with the internet saying that he's manipulated her this entire relationship, absolutely. Y'all got that one right. I don't care what nobody say. A man that responds in the way that he responds, he cannot answer questions directly. That is a manipulator. He's been manipulating her since day one. I mean, he probably manipulates her at times that he doesn't even need to manipulate her. He's the type of person that lies when he doesn't need to lie. So yeah, he's been manipulating her since day one.
One person made a little collage on TikTok, assuming that he wanted to be Liz.
God blesses those who seek and honor his blessing. So a blessing is something that you're given, it's something you're granted. And God blesses people who honor and seek his blessing. So listen, if you get those in purpose, on one side, God has blessed you with certain traits and attributes that make you unique.
Seek revenge and we give some people to God. God really blesses you. And God did bless me beyond measures. Like if you have been hurt, if anything happened to you, believe me, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, God will bless you. He never fails. He never fails. He will bless you. Let it go. Huh? So God put you...
And then this is another thing. The reason why I keep referencing Hallie is because it gives Hallie in DDG 2.0. Listen, ladies, I need y'all to understand. A man can be jealous of you. He can want your spot. He can want your position. Seriously, just because he's not into hair and makeup doesn't mean he don't want your position. Seriously. Because one thing I noticed about DDG, he was always jealous of Hallie and how whenever she would put out music, it would always do so well. It would do better than his. It would do better than his. So remember when I said in the beginning of this live, I said, I want to date a man that's not into social media, because then we will never be in competition with each other. He wins in his industry and I win in my industry. I don't want to be in the same industry as the man that I'm dating. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. And so, and then listen, he could have been studying her in so many different ways, because allegedly the fans are saying that he was studying her, stalking her. Ooh.
You on this earth to suffer? Is that what you believe? Is that what you believe? To put you on earth to suffer? Is that a loving God for you? No. God wants you to win, okay? He's rooting for you. He is rooting for you. Now you have to start rooting for yourself.
His comment reads, he was mad no one would listen to him, but everyone would listen to her. Another person writes, he was just an obsessed fan who tried to become her. That's actually terrifying. The creator actually added that he stalked her from the beginning. Lisa off script writes that he studied her, then mirrored her the whole time. So essentially, she felt...
Y'all, I gotta be honest with y'all. This is triggering for me. This is so triggering. And the reason is because this is like my biggest fear. This is my biggest freaking fear, y'all. I was just talking to a male friend the other day, and he was like, how's your dating life going? I'm like, it's hard, because I'm like, I don't want people knowing that I do social media. I'm sorry. I don't want to meet a man and I'm like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I always tell men I'm a consultant. 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 I work. I do ads. Seriously, this is my worst fear ever, is to date a man that's been watching me on social media, that's been studying me, and that wants to be me in any type of way. Like, this is why I be on 10. I be on 10 at all times. Like, I be on 10 at all times, because I just don't know. You never know. You never know. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's watching you. So this is awful. I feel so bad for her at the same time.
Fell in love with herself. Without her, his spark would be gone. He was borrowing from her the whole time. He wanted to be her. Another person added that my ex did this. He copied my ideas and told his friends that they were his own, and then copied things I said. Comment below if you guys have ever dated someone who's like that. Another person said that his highlights on Instagram look weirdly close to hers. Like, I guess the way that he formats them. Astrid writes that he was doing the mirroring thing from the beginning. Now, this is an awful situation, but one thing I know about Liz after looking into her page and what she's built online is that she's strong as hell. So if anyone's gonna get through this pregnancy and this breakup, then it's gonna be...
And see, that's what I thought, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I was disappointed, and I'm not even a fan. So I can only imagine her fans being disappointed. I actually understand why y'all are disappointed. I do. I empathize with the fans, because she does. Like, she gives this, she don't take no bullshit. And girl, I don't take no bullshit. So this man is on bullshit. So I can understand why the fans are disappointed, because it's like, wait a minute. You've been blowing all this smoke our way, giving us all of this advice, like you don't take no mess, and then you over here taking mess. You're not just taking mess, you taking shit. You taking bullshit. This man is playing you. So I get it, y'all. I get it. But I gotta be real with you. As someone that gives advice on social media, I keep trying to tell you that life humbles you. It does. Life humbles you. You think you know what you gonna do until you've been put in that situation, and then you have to actually do what you thought you was gonna do. But now that you're in the situation, you like, I don't know if I can do it. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out with Liz. I'm not going to lie. But let's get into Abby. Let's get into Abby. Let's get into her.
Hi. I'm not really wanting to make this video, but I feel like I'm obligated to. I'm super nervous. I hate being so vulnerable and talking about a past and a partner that has hurt you so much and made you feel so less. And even being in the public eye, per se, like, I love to tell you what's going on in my life and, like, who I'm dating and, like, what I'm doing, but it's a lot when it's about someone who also now is in the public eye. And I'm not here to tell my story and hate and shit on someone, because at the end of the day, we need to pray
for an individual that possesses so much hate and so much hurt in his heart to hurt other people physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, that's what I said when I got out of this and lived through what I went through with him. And I'm not here to hate on him. I'm here to tell my story because I have a voice, and it's been limited for so long because I'm terrified of this man coming back into my life. And there's just so much that I want to get off my chest, so you know in detail with screenshots, because I have every screenshot, I have receipts, and I want everyone to know that I had nothing to do with their marriage, or we were not together when they got engaged. People were saying that.
Now, this is what I couldn't bridge, okay, was when I decided to do this video. I couldn't understand, how did Abby get into the chat? Was it that she saw that he was exposed for cheating and she felt comfortable coming forward, speaking her truth to help Liz move away from this relationship? Can someone fill me in on that? Because I'm trying to bridge the gap between how did Abby enter into this equation? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you know, let me know. Is that what happened? She saw Liz and she saw what she was going through publicly and she decided to tell her truth, and then it later turned into something else? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because she wasn't the woman that he was trying to cheat on or cheat with. She was just the ex. Okay, she put herself in it. Okay, that's what it seems like, because she just kind of popped up out of nowhere. No, she's not the other woman. There's I think so far the women that I know about are two. The ex, which she decided to just come forward with her truth, and then the other woman that he was messaging on Snapchat. Okay, so at first people thought that she was the other woman at first, but then they found out later that she was his ex. So I guess maybe she just felt like this was the perfect opportunity to come out and speak her truth. Because that's the culture on TikTok. We saw that with the proposal swindler, where she saw how that woman was being proposed to, and she entered the chat because she felt like it was necessary to warn that lady about what he was about to do to her after that proposal. So, okay, let's get into it. So she enters the chat to, I guess, expose Landon because of her relationship that she had with him. So let's see.
And we dated for a year, from 2023 to 2024. I was physically abused by this man. I was mentally abused by this man. He took my past trauma and made me feel so safe and heard and understood. And I fell for it because I was stupid and codependent and idiotic. And I have no more shame anymore. There's thousands of women who have gone through what I've been through, plus worse things that's ever happened to them, and they can get out and tell their story. I have enough strength to tell mine. So this is what this video is going to be. I met Landon.
Okay. Before she gets into her story, thank you for that. That's what I was getting. I got that Abby was the bottle girl, and we already went through that earlier. Okay. Listen, there's going to be an echo because I'm not turning on the echo cancellation because I'm going to play the video and also talk as the video is playing. And so you won't be able to hear what I'm saying if I turn on the echo cancellation. Okay. But anyway, Abby is the bottle girl that was mentioned earlier in this live. And that's what I thought. She wasn't the other woman. She was the ex, but she was the ex bottle girl that other girl was referring to. Okay. And I guess Abby was dating Landon at the time. And the woman that spoke out that was mentioning the bottle girl was friends. She was dating the friend that Landon was friends with. So it was like, I guess the four of them, maybe they dated together. They did like a group date or something like that. So that's how she entered the chat, because the other girl that was friends, well, she was dating the guy that was friends with Landon. That's how Abby entered the chat. Okay. Because I forgot about that. And I assumed that she was the bottle service girl. Okay. Because I have not watched this all the way through. And I don't know the supporting characters when it comes to the drama, y'all. I really don't.
2023 to 2024. I met him in Dallas, Texas. He's from Oklahoma. I'm from Texas. I met him. I was a bottle girl. He came in all the time. Everyone said he was known to be the sweetest person. My guard was already up. I was 3 months abstinent. I was not in a relationship. I ended up getting a lot of trauma that happened to me in the state of Connecticut. I had someone steal my identity and lock me in a closet and then put him to my head and beat me to the point where I was in the ER. So I was traumatized. I was broken. I was hurt. I had a unresolved wound from my parental figures with a disorganized attachment style with a severe codependent issue. I experienced something that I wish no one has ever in their life would go through. But I hope that me telling my story and what I went through with the receipts, because I have such a weird feeling that people are gonna think I'm lying, and that's just how I've always been. So I ended up deleting my contact with him and getting rid of my number, and I deleted everything when I broke up with him in 2024. And my best friend sent me all the screenshots, so if it wasn't for her, I would have had nothing to showcase for. But we met in Dallas. I was his bottle girl. My friends knew Landon because he was always going out. I was 21 at the time. I lived in a different state, and I just never went out. I'm just not a going out person. I'm not a big drinker. I don't do drugs. He does that. Whatever he wants, I don't care what he does. So when everyone was like, oh my God, Landon's here, he's so sweet, he's so nice, he's a gamer. One of my friend's sister works for his cousin that's Preston Plays. So everyone's saying he's just such a nice person. And I'm like, great, you could be a nice person, you're in my age range, you're freaking smart. I'm a sapiosexual and a demisexual, so I love when people are smart. I love having someone intellectually dominate me. I love that. So he's just really good with his words. And I told him I just want nothing but friendship.
To the sapiosexuals, baby, I need to let you know that sometimes that intellect is manipulation. Okay, why do you tend to attract a lot of manipulators? Because manipulators are very intellectual. That's how they're able to manipulate. I know, it's messed up, right? It's messed up, right? It is. But be careful with that, because yes, you should. I get it. You are sexually attracted to the mind. But also be very cautious of the fact that sometimes what you're attracted to is manipulation, because to be a good manipulator, you have to be intellectual. You do. You have to be. So you got to be careful with that. I had to learn that the hard way too. And I'm like, damn, wait a minute. So just be careful with that. That's just something to look out for. Is he truly being intellectual? Or is he being manipulative? And oftentimes, covert narcissism, you think that they're just really smart and they're intelligent, but really, they're just a manipulator. So be careful with that. And I think that's how this girl got.
So we did the 4th of July together. I met all of his friends. He met some of my friends, and everyone was just having a grand old time. And I went home after that. And he's like, I'll come with you. I was like, no, like, I'm not, I can't. Like, there's so much in my heart. I don't feel safe being with a guy I don't know. Everything like that, because I had to bring what happened to me into that, because that was April, and we were talking in July, and then we started officially dating in August. He made me feel so loved, so seen, so heard, so understood. He took my trauma that I didn't want to open up about, and he made it feel like I'm safe. And I believed him, because at the end of the day, like, he was just such a nice person. I'm hearing it from all his friends, from all of my girlfriends that know him personally, because I've been his bottle girl for years. And I'm like, wow, like, could this be the guy that I prayed for? Like, could this be everything I ever wanted in life? And I was not educated in therapy. I was not educated in psychology. I was not educated in anything spiritual. And he awakened something in me that I always knew I had. I always have been super, super, super emotional, and I felt everything that someone else was feeling. So
this part right here is why I believe Abby. Okay. You have to go through an experience like this for you to truly understand, like, why she's talking about psychology, why she's intertwining that with spirituality. Because it does. It awakens something in you where you have to trust what you can't see. And you have to trust yourself in order for you to get out of it. And Liz, she's only like 25, 26 years old. I don't feel like she has enough experience. But after she comes out of this experience with Landon, she will have the wisdom and the experience moving forward. But it does. Like, when you deal with a man like this, it does. It awakens things in you that you knew was there, but maybe you never really recognized it, or you won't recognize it in the way that you recognize it after the experience. It just, so when Abby said that, I was like, oh, I know you speaking on some real stuff, because if you've never been through anything like this, you won't truly understand what she just said until you go through it. So I was like, oh, okay, this is someone we can actually listen to, because I'm like, okay.
I knew that I was a codependent.
And also another thing that I want to point out too, when it comes to Abby's body language, when she looks off into the distance, it's because she's remembering. She's trying to remember everything as she's talking. So that's another thing.
Early on in the relationship, because I'm fawning around him because we have fight, freeze, and bond. So I was doing that, and I was always like talking about how I'm hurting and like everything like that. So I realized that there was something neurologically wrong with me because I kept on going back over and over again. And I don't want to make this a long video. So we met. We started dating. He cheated on me with the first girl. I'm gonna show you the screenshots. This is the first screenshot. And then I've had such a broken part of me that was never healed and never fixed. And I kept on saying to myself, like, why am I attracted to the same quality men in different fonts? Why is this happening to me? I kept on going back over and over again.
Hold on, wait a minute. I wanted to see what that text said. Hold on. Wait. Okay, she's saying she got the text. Hold on, let me see.
For his cousin that's Preston Plays. So, really dominate me. I love that. There's so much in my heart. I don't feel safe being with a guy I don't know. Everything like that, because I had to bring what happened to me into that, because that was April, about how I'm hurting and like everything like that. So I realized that there was something neurologically wrong with me because I kept on going back over and over again. And I don't want to make this a long video. So we met, we started dating. He cheated on me with the first girl. I'm gonna show you the screenshots. This is.
Okay, she said, I'm so sorry I hurt you. You know, I never wanted this. What can be done? So I guess she called him cheating, and so he's apologizing through text. It's the same thing as the situation with Liz. And then she responds, but it happened. And then she also responds, it's okay. God's plan is never wrong. And then he goes, what can be done to fix it? Is there any reality you want that? I don't know what. And then she said, Landon, time travel back before you hurt me with Nadia. You had, she said, over 1,000 chances. I'm good. And then he goes, that's it. I mean, that little to you. Ooh, girl, the manipulation. How he flipped that on her. That's what I'm saying, y'all. When it comes to Liz, man, she's in the thick of it. That's why I'm just like, I've been manipulated. I've been in the thick of it, and you do not think clearly at all. You think stupid. Like you think emotionally. You think you're in love. Like you think it's love. It's crazy. And so he goes, that's it. I mean that little to you. How he flipped it on her like that. This man got caught cheating, and then he makes it about, I mean that little to you. Oh my gosh. And then she goes, like I said, you had your chance. Live with the consequences of losing me. And then he goes, biblical love doesn't keep score. Biblical love doesn't keep score. Yeah, she's in it. Listen, Liz is in bed with a nutcase. She's in bed with a nutcase, and she does not have the experience to be fully equipped with what she's actually dealing with. She may have been on social media giving y'all advice all day. That don't mean nothing, baby. Nothing is like the real thing. Nothing is like the experience. I don't care what advice she was giving on her social media. If you don't have the experience of what this is, the advice can only do so much. I'm just being real with you. Because that's crazy. He gaslit her like that, and then flipped it on her and tried to make it seem like she's in the wrong because she's done with him. This is crazy.
This is the first screenshot. And then I've had such a broken part of me that was never healed and never fixed. And I kept on saying to myself, like, why am I attracted to the same quality men in different fonts?
Crazy.
Why is this happening to me? And then I realized it was me because I was vibrating at such a low frequency to attract these horrific men. And then I was like, okay, let me start healing myself. So I started researching into therapy, and I was about to break up with this man because I was like, you know what, no, like I've been traumatized by men, stay away from me. I held my boundary very firm. He wrote me a love letter, he wrote me a book, he wrote me a song, he came to my house with flowers every time he messed up, and he just swooned me back in. And I was like, wow, like he's putting this much effort into me, like a month into knowing him.
A month?
I was so stupid. I was so naive and I was so young to ever think that's what love is. And after experiencing a non-toxic, super, super, super loving personality with my boyfriend presently, I'm like, wow, like why was I ever so broken and so alone and so hurt and so desperate to love, to lick a knife of love off of a man? Like, he fed me nothing but lies. His words never correlated with his actions, so I was sacrificing my boundaries to attune to his freaking words, because his freaking actions were like below average. And I was so stupid, and it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. I took him back like 7 times.
But I'm just me being from the outside in, and also being able to relate based off of my own lived experience. When you're naive like that, like you actually believe what they're saying. You do. And if you don't have a lot of experience with manipulators, gaslighters, pathological liars, men who play mind games, it's like you're not going to catch it. So yeah, when we say naive, it truly means that you just lack the experience, that you've never actually experienced something like this. And I do believe that even though Liz was out here giving advice, she still didn't have the experience to deal with something like this. So it's crazy. But the only way she gonna get the experience is she has to go through it.
Cheated on me, I took him back. I ended up getting pregnant by him. I had my miscarriage. I was alone. He was doing his own thing. He wouldn't comfort me. And then that's when I realized, I'm like, fuck, I'm repeating a pattern. And we went to therapy.
Oh, and I think he got pregnant to further manipulate her as well. So he's a sperminator. He's a sperminator manipulator. When he thinks that you're gonna leave him, he'll trap you. That's what it sounds like. So it sounds like he had been cheating on her, got caught a few times, and then she always would threaten to leave, and so he impregnated her to get her to stay. But she ended up having a miscarriage. This is crazy. Do you think he did the same thing to Liz?
He found a therapist that specialized in BPD. He told me that I had BPD, and she looked at me. She's like, "Girl, you don't have BPD. You're too self-aware. You're too empathetic. That doesn't even make sense. You've never been suicidal." And he's making me feel like I have something neurologically wrong with my brain. And I was like, "No, there's no way." And I actually believed him. And I thought to myself,
"Oh my God,
he's the only man that's gonna love me." And that's what I thought, because he kept on throwing my past in my face. He kept on telling me that if I was a real woman, I wouldn't be doing being a bottle girl. So I ended up quitting bottle service, because he told me that the woman that he wants to be with can't be a bottle girl. But he goes into question, ladies, fans of hers. Has Liz changed since being in this relationship? Has she changed since she's been in this relationship? I need to know, honey, because I told y'all, when it came to Cam Newton and Jasmine Brown, I was like, that man all up in her head. She a different person. But to the people that watched her, did she change? Ooh, she did. Ooh, he's in there. That means he's in her head. Ooh, my stomach. Oh, he's in her head. Damn, he's in there. Damn. The clubs, and he loves the attention from every bottle girl. It makes no sense. And he cheated on me with other bottle girls. It made no sense. In my brain, when I was 21, it made complete sense. So I lost my baby, and he was cheating on me again. He cheated on me, and this is the first time he laid his hands on me. And I'm gonna show you the video.
Oh, he puts hands on you, girl.
And he was coming to come get me. And he punched a hole in the wall. He cornered me. I have pictures and videos. This is him. This is what he would do to get me back in, because I started to think that I was the one with the issues, because I set a boundary.
Okay. We got to circle back again to the fans. Why are y'all mad at her okay, because I'm just thinking about it like this, right? I'm not a fan. I'm just a viewer of all of this, right? But it's like, if he is the same way potentially with Abby, right? Like if because I'm going to assume that he's probably doing the same thing that he did to Abby with Liz. Why are we mad at her? That's not, I'm just trying to think about how she's in the middle of all of this, probably confused as hell, honestly, because he seems like a wise ass. And he seems like the type of person that will actually have you question your sanity Why are we mad at her? Can y'all explain why the fans are mad? I'm confused about that. Because I'm actually concerned about her safety. If he's doing half of what I think he is, based off of what Abby is saying, and just based off of how he responded to the public, I can only imagine what he's actually doing to Liz. And he's probably isolating her too, to manipulate her more, to have her convinced of things that are probably not even true. So can someone explain to me why the fans are mad at her? What did she do? That's what I want to know. Did she do something? Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Did she say something? Did she do something?
I showed this, was that night. Or not even.
Wait, girl, don't be going.
In.
Hold on, girl. Don't be going through the receipts like that. Hold on.
And he punched a hole in the wall. He cornered me. I have pictures and videos. This is him.
Okay, so this is where she is confronting him about punching a hole in the wall, and she cornered. So you cornered me 4 different times, getting in my face and pushing me. It was self-defense. You won't even admit that and the truth because you're still trying to gaslight me. Fine God, I will never know what was done or said. You deleted messages and deleted her number and deleted your call logs. There's always going to be something sketchy. So he is a repeated offender when it comes to cheating. So cheating is what he knows. Cheating is who he is. He is a cheater. That is who this man is. Then she also goes to say, you lied, gaslight me, and manipulated me to believe that it was your CEO calling you at 9:30 at night. Fine God, I'll keep you in the loop if I'm pregnant or not. Please do not reach out to me until I reach out to you. Do not show up to my house or I will call the police on you again. Okay, I missed the chat box. So he's violent, y'all. And he also cheats. Like, that's his thing. Also, I missed the chat box. Did anybody confirm or deny if Abby said something to her followers that pissed them off or something like that, to where her followers are mad at her? Did she like say something to y'all that got y'all mad? I just need to know, because maybe I'm missing that.
This is what he...
And then she goes, okay, so then Landon, he texts her and says, let me go. I can't keep dealing with this pain like this. Your one jacket is downstairs. And then she goes, oh, I will, thanks. Hold on, I don't even know. Okay, he's just further manipulating her. Control was lost again. I never wanted this with you. It didn't need to be this hard. It could have been so much simpler. Again, he's putting the blame on Abby. This is crazy. And again, he was caught cheating.
Would do to get me back in because I started to think that I was the one with the issues.
And then also, y'all, I'm sorry, but this definitely gives narc. This gives narc. And you want to know why? Narcs always get violent when you catch them in a lie and they can't get out of it. When you actually see them for who they are and like you won't let it go. Like you're like, no, you cheated, you did this, da 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 da. And so when they can't like manipulate their way out of being seen for who they really are, which is like a cheater and a liar, then they'll get violent. That's when they start to punch the walls and stuff like that. Or they'll try to punch you in the face. You know, it's kind of, that's what it gives. Okay, so apparently and allegedly, Landon blocked all of his exes on Liz's phone. Interesting. She never dismissed Abby's claims, only the part where she said that Liz called her as she never did, according to Liz. Okay. So were the girls fighting at one point, or did I miss something? Because I would never dismiss another woman about a man. Absolutely not. So I could see if the fans were saying that Liz dismissed Abby, because I would never do that. Oh, yeah. The only way her brand is not over is if she leaves this man. I'm just throwing that out there. She got to leave that man. She better choose her career. She better take a page out of Hallie, the Little Mermaid's book. Girl, you better choose that career. The girls were fighting, so they were fighting. I feel like I'm missing that. Maybe that's why the fans are upset. We'll see. Let me keep cooking.
Because I set the boundary. I showed this, was that night. We're not even fucking 4 months in. I have to make a
What?
this is literally 10 minutes long.
Girl, all of that was in under 4 months? Oh, hell no. I'm thinking they've been together for years. Ooh, girl, Liz is going through it then, girl. Cause I can only imagine that Liz is in a similar situation. I don't believe, I'm not delusional. I don't believe that an abuser who is an abuser because he has a pattern of being an abuser isn't abusing the next woman that he's with, because abusers, if you go to therapy, will tell you abusers always have patterns. Always. Okay? They have a history. Wherever they go, their behavior follows them. They always have a pattern. So I can only imagine what Liz is going through.
I'm gonna speed through this. It's only be one more part, so we'll go to part 2. Part 2 of who the fuck was I dating? I'm literally breaking out in hives and rashes because I have so much built up anxiety.
I thought I was tripping, but I'm like, is this girl shaking? She seems like she has what is it? Where anxiousness or it's an actual term. She seems to another reason why I believed her was because she kind of seems scared to come on the internet to actually tell the truth. Is that PTSD? I don't know. It's another term though too. She just seems genuine because she actually seemed very nervous to actually tell the story. She seemed a little like maybe I shouldn't say anything, but I feel like I need to say something. Almost fidgety, but it definitely gives PTSD. But she didn't, almost like she's afraid that he'll retaliate. I don't know. She doesn't seem very sure if she should do this or not, and kind of scared at the same time.
Because I don't want to talk about this at all. And I'm doing this because it needs to be said. There needs to be truth of what's behind. There has to be something that I can show you guys to the point where you
like she's shaking.
The person that he cheated on with Liz. So I took him back because I'm stupid, because he would flood with more notes, more handwritten notes, more
is that what that is?
More everything, and he would jump a like 10-foot fence to get into my building, my apartment complex. He would literally like write me notes and everything. Like, it was just so much abuse physically and then mentally. Took him back. It comes around New Year's.
The reason why I'm pointing this out is if this girl is shaking from talking about this experience with this man, we don't know this man. Liz don't know this man. And apparently his family and friends don't know that man. So who know that man? You get what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Who knows him if she's literally shaking just to speak her truth? It's just something to think about. Why? The red pill is always loving it. They're always loving it. I'm not surprised by that. I can't believe people think I would ever be a part of a community like that. They're all weird. Anyway, he definitely gives narcissists. I gotta be honest with you. The violent response because he got caught in a lie and he got caught cheating, that tells me that he most likely is a narc. They turn into a narcissistic rage when you catch them in a lie or you catch them cheating. That's what they do. That narcissistic rage is a real thing. So it's believable. But the reason why I'm pointing out the fact that this girl is literally shaking, like her hands are shaky. I just want to know, like, yes, Liz is a very strong woman. Like, I'll give her that. She seems like she's very strong. But again, I thought I was strong too until I got into it with a narc psychopath. So I'm just saying, just speaking from experience, I thought I was strong too. But when you're dealing with a narc, girl, that's a totally different ball game. I just got to be honest with you. I do. I got to be honest with you. And then the number one thing with a narc is that you're trying to figure out what was real and what was not. Because you don't want to think that this man did all of this shit just to play me. But the truth is that he did. Because this was all about him. This was all about his ego. Even, and you know what's even crazier? Even him impregnating Liz was all about his ego. So, it's crazy. Even when he impregnated her. So again, I have questions about Liz because I don't really know her like that. Was she putting out some other type of content? Like, was she saying other things that contradicts what she's doing? Let me know. Comment down below.
He cheated on me again with the same girl. They went to the same party. I just lost. I was like, whatever, just go do you. He invited her to
it seemed
Hawaii
like
with his guy friends in like January. Everything's not working. January, and then I found that out when I went to his phone. We broke up again. He threw a light wand at me. Like, it was just so much. My birthday comes around in February. My first actual ever birthday, I didn't cry because I had so much trauma.
She could have low self-esteem.
He did that well, I guess. Even though I did my own birthday balloons, and then Valentine's Day comes around.
I think so too.
With March, and then April is when it was his birthday, and he went to go to Bora Bora with his guy friends. I really believe that was the story that he was telling me. He said it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. I was like, yeah, go have fun.
Let me look that up.
Person, you go have fun. I have my own friends, you have your own friends. Have fun. I thought it was with the man in Bora Bora with all his guy friends. It wasn't. This girl, another girl that she was on with. She's from Florida, and that hurt. That really hurt because he didn't post me on social media. We never hard launched it because I knew that I was never gonna hard launch it because everyone in Dallas was been with this man while he was with me, exclusive. I was exclusive with him. And I was just embarrassed, and I knew that I deserved better. I knew that I had a friend to load. I knew that in that moment, I was so disappointed in myself that I was recreating my nervous system to be okay, to find men that just was like him, like my father, and it broke me. Like, it broke me to be pregnant. It broke me to go through that. It broke me to feel what my mom felt. Like, it broke me, and I knew that this is not love. When we went to when we went to the therapist, she was like, this is not love. She's like, honey, you're so young. And you don't deserve this, and this is not normal.
I need the girls to understand that love is based in how a man treats you. It's not based in what he says or what he does for you. It's based on how he treats you. And a lot of these men don't have respect for women. When a man has respect for a woman, he treats her a certain type of way. It is what it is. There's no way around that. And so when a man stops treating you in a way to where he's protecting you, he is considering you, he don't love you. And I know that's hard for a lot of women to wrap their head around because I was like, well, he did this and he told me this and that don't mean shit. It don't. It always comes down to how he treats you. Always. It always will.
And this is not how it should be. She told me that there's butterflies in your stomach that you get with a man. It's just your nervous system saying stop.
I know.
Find someone else.
That's something I thought about too.
And when she told me that stuff with me, I kept on going to see her. I'm not a freaking. I don't have BPD, but she knew what I went through, so she would know how to heal me. And she made me have so much self-worth because she kept on telling me that it's my choice to go back, and it is my choice. Your nervous system is regulated with him. He loves going up and down. He loves me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. And it was making me go crazy.
This is crazy.
He got back from Bora Bora. I woke up on a Sunday when he was in Bora Bora, whatever day that was. I don't remember his birthday, but the only Sunday he was there for, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was like, he got with someone. I felt it in my soul because it was a trauma bond. It was a soul tie.
Ooh, girl, she was in deep in this.
I literally freaking woke up and was like, yeah, that's it. I woke up with thousands of emails because I blocked him when he went because I was like, no, this is not for me. You have fun, but you are going to Bora Bora, you're going to be with me. He made that decision. I let him walk out of my life, and I was okay with that. I was doing so good. But then that moment when I woke up at 4 a.m. Sunday, I woke up with thousands of emails, calls from my best friend, her name is Sam, helping me through this. She goes, what the fuck happened? You're not talking to her. It's been like a week. You're fine. And I'm like, no, I know he was with someone. But he swear he wasn't. He was with all these guys. I took him back when he got back, and I went through his phone. And he had no photos, no videos, text messages, and I thought.
You know what I find to be so interesting is when girls get into a narcissistic relationship, it's interesting how it brings out our spiritual side and how we were so spiritually disconnected, but then I don't know, it's like the relationship has a way of spiritually rooting us within ourselves and to trust ourselves more. Because it's almost like all the gaslighting, the lies, and all of that, we were always right, but we didn't trust ourselves. We were always right. Like we would catch the lies, but then second guess ourselves. Or we would catch the gaslighting, but then not trust ourselves. And sometimes we didn't always have like concrete proof, but we could feel that something was off. And then it's just like this relationship, it just has a way of deeply rooting you within your spiritual self. Like, I don't know. It's interesting, which is why I believe Abby, because I'm like, you have to go through something like this, because a man like this will literally have you question your sanity. Seriously. So you got to trust in what you cannot see. And you have to walk away from not knowing everything or not knowing the full truth. It's the craziest thing. It definitely causes an awakening within yourself. And I can tell that she went through something like this.
I thought that was weird. And then there was a group chat. And there was a group chat, and there was an emoji, like a wife emoji next to this girl's name. And I was like, you're with her. And he opened up and he was honest that he was with her. I'm going to show you a screenshot.
Oh my God. And he's using the same lies. Oh my God, y'all. I mean, he's gaslighting. He's manipulating in the same way. He goes, so she texts him and says, so glad that you found God. But she texts him and said, you're weak. And then he goes, that's my fault. With God, I am strong. I was weak. And then she goes, you are pathetic. And then he goes, I was pathetic. And then she goes, so glad that you found God. And then he goes, I was weak and pathetic. I was wrong. I took my hurt and hurt you. This is the same bullshit that he's telling Liz. And he's telling the public, and filled a void. I did something I shouldn't have, regardless of if you were in my life or not. No matter how meaningless it was disgusting and wrong, and it's not something I'll do again. Damn. Okay. I'm not reading all that. I'm not. It's just a pattern that I'm oh my God, I'm definitely not reading all that.
They did have sex. There was this.
Crazy.
He sent me like playing how.
And then here he goes playing the victim. You've hurt me in so many ways. I really wish we could start over. I love you and think about you all day. I'd rather be with you. I have so much pain from all of the times in the past you didn't care. I wish I didn't, because I just want us to be okay. I wish it never happened. I think about what I saw at Playhouse and still get sick. So y'all, I just gotta be honest with you. If this is what he is sending Abby when he gets caught cheating, I can only imagine what he's doing and sending to Liz. Honestly.
What the fuck? This is the email.
Oh my God.
This is everything. This is everything. This is everything still. Found me at the gym and he wanted me to talk to him and it was just so toxic. He sent me an email. Physically ended it with him in April. I moved to Miami. I graduated college. He made it all about him when I graduated college. Showed up at my house with all these gifts and all these flowers. I said no. I respected myself. Finally, said no. Moved to Miami all by myself. I'm still in the same unit. Love it. I bought my house. I'm good riddance. Good riddance of this man. He lured me back in. We were talking, having fun, meeting his friends. He seemed so nice, so everything. And I couldn't get over the past. I couldn't get it right in my heart, being like the man I'm going to want to marry and be the father of my kids one day has respected me so much and disrespected me so much in the past. Like, no, that's not what happened. He did not love me. I was in limerence. That's what it was. I fell in love with his potential. I fell in love with the man he could be. He showed me this freaking horrible person. And I'm like, I forgive you. So stupid. So stupid. I break up with him. I don't see him. He sends me thousands of flowers. He found my address. He found my therapist here in Miami. And she couldn't tell me that, but she was like, your boyfriend, like this and this and this. And
okay, that's giving stalker. That's giving, okay, I'm starting to see where Joe is coming in. Girl, that's a red flag. Do you have a restraining order on this man? He know your therapist? How the hell did he find out who your therapist was? This is why I don't give out my therapist information. This is exactly why. People think, oh, Yoni don't want to share her therapist. No, it's privacy. It's the principle. Because that's weird. That is so weird. How did he find out who her therapist was?
I freaked out. I'm texting him, how the fuck did you find my therapist? How the fuck? He's like, I wanted you back. I wanted her to
have
my experience with you. I wanted her to see that I love you. And I'm like, he didn't even deny it. He comes to my place.
Y'all,
you know what? You can come in. He's like,
that's crazy.
I block him from the doorman. I do all of this stuff. I'm like, no, you can come here. My best friend and I sat right here. He's crying, begging for me back on his knees, hands and knees, saying what he did was wrong. He admitted everything, putting his hands on me, gaslighting me, cheating on me, making me feel like I had BPD. Like these things that are so traumatizing for now a 22-year-old that's wanting to let go. He didn't want me to let go. He wanted control. Like he did.
Damn, she's so young.
He didn't control over me. Didn't know what I was doing. I blocked everything. I stopped posting. I did all of that. I was like, you don't have control over me. That's why you want me. You don't even love me. You just want to be wanted. You just want to be wanted so bad. You want to be wanted. Like who does that? I break with it, I don't talk to him. I don't see him. After that night, I don't see him. I go to Europe. I meet my now boyfriend. We started dating. Later into it, we spent every day with each other. In Europe, I went with my girlfriends. I met my boyfriend. He lives the same unit as me. Everything like that. My boundaries. I'm like, dude, I'm not looking for anything. Nothing. I kind of get into my tea, kind of shade about my attitude. Like, I'm like traumatized from therapy. Like, right now, what's best for me is not being in a relationship. Like, my therapist I've been going to see for about 4 weeks. I was going twice a week at the time. She was like, no. And if it wasn't for her,
literally,
now, I got verified on Snapchat, you get paid.
Literally, y'all, they tell you not to date nobody. They do. They tell you, hell no. If you got a real one, your therapist gonna tell you, you need to be by yourself for a while. You do. You need to take time out for yourself because I need to talk to you. We need to meet up consistently. Seriously. So if you got a good therapist, they're going to tell you, you don't need to date. Not right now. You need to get past you being traumatized. Let's acknowledge that you were traumatized.
Per how many pictures we post. So I'm posting so much in Europe. I'm on my dream vacation. We went to 20 countries. This massive group of us. We're having so much fun. I get to Ibiza. He's in Ibiza. And he's with Ibiza. I've never seen these people in my life. I don't remember seeing the girls. I just remember seeing him. He stalked me in Ibiza. He found out where I was going because I was stressed out. I need to go to Sephora. I need to go get makeup. My face foundation is not him. Like my body looks like Casper, like James Charles. I look like James Charles, but my foundation didn't match my body. He sees me. He comes up to me. He stopped where I was going to be, and he was there in Sephora, begging for me back again. My boyfriend was not my boyfriend at the time. I'm with him. Our bodyguard is in the car, because I'm like, we're like running in and out. Park legally, we're gonna be 5 minutes. Now we're 15 minutes. He's getting worried. My bodyguard gets out. It's already a 10-minute. Okay, go to part 3 because I have emails leading up to the end of August, and he's emailing me for me back. This is the last and final video.
This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy.
I feel so much better. I think this is healing something inside of me because I had so much carried shame from someone else's disrespect that I don't need to carry anymore. I don't need to carry the burden of someone else's weight on their shoulders for what they did. So at the end of the day, that girl that was in Miami with me on the boat talking about how nice that I was and how nice that he was, thank you, because you're the reason I made this video and the thousands of DMs I'm getting. I let everyone say, were you the other girl? I was not the other girl. I will never, ever be another girl because I know what that feels like. And I have too much respect for myself. So I left off where Landon finds me in Ibiza, cyberstalking me on Snapchat. I posted everything, what I'm doing, where I'm going. I posted it in real time. I was stupid. I didn't know better. I know better now. He comes up to me. He's like, go.
And to think that I'm doing too much when it comes to social media. This is why. Y'all, this is why I stopped posting in the gym. I stopped doing a lot of shit. Once you deal with a narc, you stop doing a lot of shit. All right. You start. I don't have a P.O. box. I don't have none of that because they're weird like that. If you really think you dealt with a psychopath, they're weird like that. They will stalk you on social media. They do. And then they'll watch you, email you. Oh my God. Watch you just obsessively. I never post in real time. I'm afraid to post in real time. Literally, I'm terrified to post in real time.
To talk to you. And then my current boyfriend was like, do you want to talk to him? I'm like, no. He's like, he grabs my arm. My current boyfriend pushes his arm back and was like, she does not want to talk to you, dude. So that means we can leave. He makes a big scene. I looked at someone. There were people.
And listen, the reason why narcs tend to the reason why the narcs tend to like obsess over the girl that does not want them. I don't know why. Like, they obsess over the girl that just does not want them. All his other exes probably still want him, right? In some type of way, because they still believe in his potential. But it's like, you done went to therapy, you done worked on yourself, you see him exactly for who he is. So it's like, you really don't want him. So narcs tend to obsess over the woman that does not want him. They tend to stalk her obsessively. It's an ego thing. It ain't even that he wants you. It's just an ego thing. That's it. He just wants to get his ego stroked and have you back under him as a means of stroking his ego. It's weird. He does not love you. He does not want you. He does not want to be with you in the way that you want him to be with you. He only wants you back under his little control, his games, his manipulation as a form of just stroking his ego. That's it. It's crazy.
Video, and I hope that if you're in that visa Sephora, please post the video. He was like, this is my ex-girlfriend, she left me, she's now with this Arab man who's Colombian. He was making fun of the way that my boyfriend looked, and I was just like seeing red at this point. I'm crying, my boyfriend's like, don't cry, he's going to win. What you told me about him, he is a narcissist, he is a psychopath, he loves seeing you sad, he loves having that control of you. He's like, be cool. Be cool is amazing.
Yeah, it's all a control thing, y'all.
He's amazing. And he's been older, he was 29 at the time, and I was 22 at the time, so it's a big age gap. He's so sweet. We were about to have 1 year. So, he pushes him away. He's making a whole scene walking out of the Sephora. I soaked up my tears. I went into my eyes. My bodyguard comes in at the end, and we're like, yeah, we have to fucking leave. So he escorts us out. We pay, we leave. I'm in the car crying. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so scared. We ended up going to Zara to go get some clothes for him because I planned for a 1.5 week trip in Saint-Tropez and Ibiza, and then now after that we're going to Lake Como. We spent 3 months there, so we all just like hopping. So that's that. He's sending me emails now. He's sending me emails. I wish I had every single email, but I kept on deleting the spam emails, and I wish I didn't, but there's a lot more. He sees us at a club.
Well, that's what I see.
He sends 5 guys that he's with and one of his bodyguards to go fight my boyfriend. This is what happened at the club. I don't remember the name. It was a massive club. We had a great table. I'm going to the bathroom. So the bodyguards, I was like, no, literally not that serious. I'm just going to the bathroom. Camilo's like, my boyfriend, now. He was like, oh, I'll go to the bathroom with you. I'll walk away. Because me and the girls were friends. Oh no, I was with the girl. Sorry, I was with one of the girls. She didn't speak English. She was French. So she just had no idea what was going on. So we walked to the bathroom. In one of the bathrooms, 10 of those people that Landon was with come out. So I'm assuming they were doing or something else. He had hickeys all over his neck. The girl next to him had hickeys all over his neck. The girls were like shouting at me, and I'm like, I literally go into fight or flight. This is the second time I'm in fight or flight with him. And I'm just sitting.
Landon, the good guy?
You know, I freeze second time. I'm like, how freaked is this man have me so terrified when I'm so like safe? Like I'm next to this guy, I'm so safe. I'm in control. I have the power. I freeze. He's like, I'm gonna talk to you, Abby. I'm emailing you. I'm texting you. Whatever he says, and I'm freaking out. And Camilo's like, go to the bathroom, and I literally freeze. And he's like, make me look embarrassed. So I'm like,
yeah, they are dangerous.
I made me look embarrassed. I stopped in my tracks. Oh, embarrassing. So we went through that with therapy. Thank God we did. EMDR has literally saved my life. And I get out of the bathroom. Landon's gone. Everyone's gone, chilling. So there's the stalls right here, and then there's a wall. So like the stalls, wall, you walk around to wash your hands because we're not dirty. So I'm gonna go wash my hands. I look in the peripheral vision, and I see Camilo and 5 guys. He's surrounded by 5 guys and 1 bodyguard. They're all yelling at him. I'm like, oh my God. They're getting me starting another issue. I'm like, oh my God, I'm the problem. I am the issue. Like, I feel so bad. This poor innocent man has nothing to do with this, and now I'm gonna get fucking jumped. Wasn't scared. Camilo would have won. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. But it was more shameful. I'm like, why does this man that has not done anything but like sweet to me have to deal with someone from my past? Why do I have such expensive baggage? I call it expensive baggage because I do, because it cost me a lot in therapy. Like, why do I have to put myself in an embarrassing situation where I'm looking like another girl that's crying wolf? Like a little boy who cried wolf, like, no, I look like a damsel in distress. Like, that's so embarrassing. That's so shitty. Like, I even was like such a low vibrational being to be attracted to this man. Like, now I'm thinking that I have to, like, I was just in my head. And I'm so ADHD telling stories. What are you trying to leave in now? He's emailing me. I think the last email, anyway, sorry, it's the fight. The thing that y'all are waiting for. He does, no one swings, no one does anything. My boyfriend is Colombian, so he does speak Spanish, and we're in Spain. Duh. So now, the GM pulls us aside. I'm drunk.
So this man, let me get this correct. This man stalked her all the way to Spain. And y'all think Liz can just easily break away from this man? So let me get this right. Her fans watched Abby's story time and thought that she would be easily able to get away from this man? Like easily. Hell no, girl. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you're gonna need an exit plan strategy. You're going to have to exit this with you got to have strategy. You can't just up and leave this relationship. This man is crazy. Seriously. How we not knowing Liz ain't playing it cool to the public? We don't even know. Did y'all think about that? Cause she can't just up and leave. She has to leave a certain type of way. She can't. Absolutely not. And then we don't know what he's threatening her with. You know, we don't know. It could be he's threatening to expose her. We have no idea what leverage he's really using when it comes to her. So just hearing her story, I'm like, Liz is not going to be able to just slide on out. You know what I mean? She's going to have to plan her escape.
Right, I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna kick us out? And like that. The guy in Spanish is like Camilo, that they had the bodyguard there because they said that your man was provoking them, and they're like, no, this is what happened. I showed them the emails, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? No, y'all are good. We get back up, having a great time at the club. We get out like 6 in the morning, we see them again, and now I'm with like my whole ass group and our security guard. So I was like, I'm untouchable, I'm fine, I'm safe. Like I feel like a girl again. Like this is what I want to feel like, and I just felt so safe. So push comes to shove, and visa. After a visa, we went to like 6 different countries after that. But the last email that I got from him was that, and I'm not gonna go through it. As you can see, it's 7:28.
Oh my God, he is begging her, please give me closure and understanding. Is this how you want it to be? It's never too late for honesty, and it's something I would greatly appreciate. And this is exactly why I tell you ladies on this platform to sit down with a manipulator or a pathological liar. The only type of closure you want is to be fooled and further manipulated and lied to. That's it. That's all you're going to get. Ain't no such thing as closure with a manipulator or a pathological liar. There's no such thing. No such thing. So don't even waste your time. There's no type of closure. You have to give yourself closure. You cannot expect for that person to give you closure.
Oh my gosh, it's never too late. He's begging for that. July 27th. That's that. And yeah, that is my story, and that's all 3 parts, and that's everything there. And I hope this makes everyone understand our dynamic and how frightening it was for that to happen. I left out a part where I called the police on Landon, and I completely forgot about that. But I did call the police on Landon December of 23, beginning of 24, because he put his hands on me, and we were in the car together driving home.
That's what I said.
And I was scared that he was gonna do it again, and he locked the door, and I couldn't get out. So I was really terrified. So I did call the police on him once. And
that's all I need.
I was like,
the hell?
He's the type that would like kill me, but he's definitely the type that would kidnap me, and then I never see my family again. And then I watched you, and I realized,
nowadays you never know.
Like that's Landon, and it was his favorite show. So that's not a telltale sign. I don't know what it is, but I hope that
I think so
everyone
too.
understands. I was not the girl he cheated on with. I hope everyone understands that. I did not even want to make this video. I hope everyone understands that. That man is so broken and unhealed and such a broken boy. And I hope you kind of understand what I went through. And it is hard to leave. If you're in a situation that I'm in, or we were, it's hard to leave. It's really hard.
So did you hear how Abby is saying it's hard to leave? So I don't know. I look at this situation in a multitude of ways. I get why the fans are upset because according to social media, she's just supposed to get up and leave. But in real life, it doesn't work that way. And if this man is really crazy, she needs a strategy exit plan. Like if she was my mentee, we would be strategizing on the next 6 months. The next 6 months. And honestly, that depends. And then we can shorten it, your exit strategy, maybe to 3 months or a month, 30 days, depending on your financial situation. Because you can't do anything without your financial situation. You can't. So if I had a mentee like Liz, we could probably cut it down within a matter of 30 days to 2 weeks because she has the funds. Some women don't have the money to just break free. So it just depends. Also, he is manipulating her. I know. I know he's wearing and tearing down on her mental. He's probably using this baby as a big manipulating tool when it comes to getting her to stay. I know that for a fact. I know he is using the fact that, oh, don't throw it all away. We have a baby on the way. I want to marry you. I love you. What else is he probably using? He's probably using the fact that, what else? There was something else. Oh, I didn't physically cheat. I just emotionally cheated. I was stupid. I was wrong. I was weak of a man to do that. I didn't physically cheat. I just emotionally cheated. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of that going on.
But the moment you do, you're gonna find that life is so much easier and brighter. The air is crisp. Everything is just so much better. You're not talking in fight or flight.
Okay, let me see if I can find another video. Okay, hold on. Okay, we did that. Let me see, because I think, okay, somebody,
all this to be clear, and some other girl.
Okay, so somebody wanted me to react to this. Okay, so hold on. Let me share this, because this video is titled "Liz Thought She Was Bigger Than the Program." So let's see.
This all happened within the same year span between the last girlfriend, Abby, getting her pregnant, her having the miss, now to the wizard, Liz, being pregnant with their child. I believe she's going to be a great mom, by the way. She just posted this. No matter what happened, I believe Liz is going to be the best mom possible for this child. The problem is she now has to deal with him. And this is all opinion, personal opinion, by the way. But remember, love bombing. Liz said he love bombed for a year. His ex said he love bombed her within the first 2 weeks. Wrote her a poem, a book, songs, the same thing he did with Liz. Cheated on her and tried to get her back. And now he's attempting to do the same with Liz. Don't let this happen, Liz the Wizard. You have everything going for you. I don't think she will. Just to be clear, Abby only spoke about her part of the relationship with Landon. She did not speak or say anything about Liz the Wizard and their relationship. She does not know anything about them. But she did make one final statement in her video. She said that Landon found her dad's number and brother's phone number, blew them up on, is begging them to make her take the videos down. He's reaching out to other girls that she knows that she creates content with, trying to get them to convince her to delete the video. But her friend told her, keep it up. Nothing should stop you from bringing this important message to everyone. Abby says she got a no-caller ID phone call that she thought was the police, but it turned out to be Liz the Wizard. Once Abby heard her name, she froze. She could tell it was her by her accent. Abby didn't know if she should speak in that moment, but she listened to her gut. Her gut told her this is it. She told Liz the Wizard about Landon stalking her into another country, literally following her. Showed DMs a screenshot of Landon talking to her, even in October, showing screenshots of when she tried to warn Liz about Landon. She said she didn't speak up because she thought he'd changed that he would now be on his best behavior because Liz is that the type of girl, it seemed, that doesn't tolerate it. She had a restraining order on him, or had filed one but dropped it. But now that he's harassing her family, she's thinking of filing again. Abby states she only went public because of all the hate she was getting, with people accusing her of being the one that Landon cheated on with Liz, and she is clearly not. Abby seems like a wonderful girl that just got caught up in literal hell. That's as best as I can explain. If you don't believe it, go hear it from her. What's saddening is that he has enough money for all this to be cleared up and some other girl to fall for this. Liz is now pregnant with his child, and I hope the best for both of them. Immensely brave of Abby to share her story. Landon just posted his side to this whole thing with the allegations of assaulting Abby, his ex. He says, I'm taking my power back. I'm done not defending myself. I'm done not respecting myself. And I am not the Joe Goldberg of the fucking internet. He says, before Liz, I was in a 1-year relationship with the most toxic, manipulative, abusive, lying, cheating, and narcissistic person. Speaking of Abby IRL, after that...
What? Hold on. I cannot stand narcs that flip and put everything that they are on the next person. Sir, where are your receipts? Where are your receipts? Because Abby provided receipts. Lots and lots of receipts. Lots and lots. And I'm pretty sure Abby didn't even put out all the receipts that she truly has. Sir, these little Instagram stories, that don't mean a damn thing to me. That don't mean a damn thing to me. Where are your receipts? Because this woman didn't just come on here and tell a sob story. She offered receipts, text messages, emails, videos. Where are your receipts?
Relationship ended. All I felt was bad for them. I began healing. I prayed for them. I never spoke publicly about what I endured because why keep giving them my energy? However, now that they feel they have permission to jump in this international Landon hate train, they took this viral opportunity to dox me, leak my work number, and make up lies saying that whatever they can, saying whatever they can for their own personal and monetary gain. I'm done defending myself. Congratulations for proving yourself a fool. I'm no longer going to be fucked with. Now, I can't show these pictures, but he said, and pictures where he showed physical bruising. How crazy is it for your abuser to claim you physically abused them when you have never and would never hit a woman, even when they hit you and you endured many instances of physical abuse from them? Now, mind you, there is no evidence that these physical bruises were from Abby, and also Abby did not present any proof that Landon ever physically abused her. Let's make that clear. Landon also says there were many instances provable in court, says his attorneys will see her there. He says, here's another example of her lying. Abby claimed that she found her therapist when she moved to Miami after getting away from him. So this is the alleged therapist. He says, how are you managing Landon? Not well.
Blank felt she had the permission to just come out and post false things about our past relationship, including...
She had permission to just come out and post false things about our past relationship, including saying that I somehow reverse engineered finding you as my therapist because I somehow knew she went to you. Reverse engineered, says the therapist. You both were initially supposed to come for a couple session, and then we had one individual session first. So apparently, Landon claims that he saw that therapist first. He claims that the entire pregnancy was fraudulent and fake. He accuses her of meeting sugar daddy.
No. Wait a minute. That receipt about the therapist, he could have flipped it. Okay, that's one thing about manipulators. He could have flipped it. He could have went to the therapist after Abby went to the therapist, talked about their relationship to the therapist, and probably encouraged Landon to come in for couples counseling at best. If maybe they were gonna work it out. So I don't know, like that like honestly that receipt can go so many different ways. And when it comes to a nut case like this, you do have to pay close attention to the smallest of the smallest detail. That, and then the therapist, how do we even know that that's a therapist? How do we even know that? I don't get it. I don't get it. How are we supposed to know that? So that's weird. But then we don't know the context of what that therapist knows about their relationship and what he was telling the therapist for her to even text that. I have a lot of questions. That's not a solid receipt for me.
Daddy while faking a pregnancy.
How much trauma this inflicts on someone who actually wants to be a great father. So much proof. Okay, so she's saying we're pregnant. And then she goes, I can't block you until I know I'm not pregnant, which she said in her original story. In that case, I hope you're not pregnant. He texts her and responds, if I'm pregnant with your baby, then we're going to do the mature thing and get rid of it. And you'll fund that whole excursion. And then she goes, have a great life, Landon. And if I'm pregnant, I'm going to send you the bill for my treatment. Why is he saying that she faked a pregnancy?
Talking about getting rid of it.
She said that she had a miscarriage. So she talked about getting rid of it, but she ended up having a miscarriage instead. Why is he manipulating the details? I can already... Why is he manipulating the details?
And wish that any girl he ever meets.
Because you had already cheated on this woman several times. You had already cheated on her on several occasions. Of course a woman would be thinking about aborting. But she ended up having a miscarriage instead. So he just assumed that she never was pregnant. So you're twisting it into saying that she faked her pregnancy?
As a miscarriage. He shows texts of her alleged.
Okay, let me see. I don't even went on dates with them.
fraudulent and fake. He accuses her of meeting sugar daddy while faking a pregnancy, talking about getting rid of it, and wishing that any girl he ever meets has a miscarriage. He shows texts of her allegedly cheating, having sugar daddy. Cody Mondo said Mondo was a client that gave her thousands of dollars.
And then this too is manipulative as well, because I'm not understanding where, like, what's the time frame of all of this? We don't get, like, he could be a psychopath messaging men that she's dated after him. How do we not know that? Like, what's the dates? There are no dates. I'm just, so, okay, it seems like this is just based off of me reading the text messages. It seems like she was a sugar baby. He knew about it just based off of the text messages, because he's listing off all of her clients by name. Cody Mack looked nothing like me. Darby looked nothing like me. Luke doesn't look like me. James doesn't look like me. And then she's referring to a client that gave her thousands of dollars. But then he's saying, I found out they talked for a month, made out, and went to Mexico together. I don't know. This just seems very much out of context. It's not organized, and it doesn't give context on, like, when was this? And how do you know about all the men that she's dealt with? I'm confused about that.
He went on dates with that. She says she didn't cheat with Mondo. James, she read the messages. He read the message. She admits shame for what Jesse held over her head. She entertained Jen because she was a bottle girl, booked him and got 10%. So this is all over the place. I cannot tell you what's going on here, but it's messy. This is absolutely messy. Here's more. I'm going to have to make a part 2 because this is extremely messy. This is too messy.
And then he says, imagine dropping your girlfriend off at the airport to go see her girls in Vegas, when in reality she went to meet a rich, fat, old sugar daddy multiple times. Funny at this point.
To just keep going. They're talking about marital affair with the said Zaid Elliott. Don't know who that is. NDA order, news, family drama. Oh, wow. It's getting messy. The wizard Liz has replied to Landon.
Girl, I got a headache.
Who claimed that
this is messy as hell. I got a headache.
She had messaged Liz, the wizard, trying to warn her of.
So, ladies, I need y'all to be so freaking for real right now, right? Because you see how confused we are? You know who else is probably confused? Liz. Liz is probably confused. Because he's probably over there sending her all of these, showing her these text messages, giving her a story. I got a headache. I got a headache. This is crazy.
Of Landon, but Liz the Wizard never replied to her. She also claimed that Liz the Wizard called her from an unknown number, and she knew it was her because of her Middle Eastern accent. Let's get right into what Liz. She says, guys, I'm getting videos from my friends that Landon's ex just posted a video saying that she DM'd me before and that I called her, question mark, question mark, question mark. I have never in my life called any woman or even been aware of other women in our relationship. She shows evidence of a no caller ID number and claims she recognizes it's me because of my Middle Eastern accent. I am not Middle Eastern, and it feels like, to me, you're trying to make fun of my accent. She's addressing Abby directly. She says, whatever happened between you and Landon is between you guys to solve, but don't start lying on me, making up rumors about me. She said, my friend kept commenting that I never called her or have seen her DMs, and her comments kept getting deleted. I don't understand what your motive is. She also leaked Landon's phone number and email, and people are calling and texting him every second to unalive himself. I don't want the father of my child to hurt himself. He's already going through it and has already lost everything. Stop the hate, please.
And then, okay, so I'm trying to paint a picture, right? Because I got a headache. This is a lot. I got a headache. So he's definitely over there manipulating her. We can all agree that he's manipulating her, gaslighting her, and he's lying, right? That's his thing. That's his MO. He even tried to do it to the public. But the public, you can't easily manipulate us like that because we're not involved with you in an intimate way. So he's manipulating the fact that he's getting these death threats and he's victimizing himself because of it. So even though he was caught cheating, he's victimizing himself, guilt tripping her so that he can get out of this whole situation with his ex Abby exposing him for stalking her, and then also get out of this whole situation with the fact that he cheated emotionally with Liz. So this is crazy. This is crazy. This is messy. This is messy. If I was Liz, I would be very confused because I'm confused and I'm not even involved in the situation. I would be very confused by all of this. Not gonna lie. It's a lot. It's a lot for one person to wrap their head around everything and try to see what's true and what's not.
I am really trying to move on from this, but now I can't even try to heal or think about me and the baby because I have to worry about my ex hurting himself. I have never seen any girls DM about him until Peyton messaged my friend that she found on TikTok. Damn. That's the only reason I found out. When I found out, I immediately left and I'm trying to move on. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. She's talking directly to Abby. Do whatever you want to do, but leave me out of this and stop creating false narratives that have never happened. She finishes with, to my followers, I want to say thank you for all the kind words and support. I don't have words to describe how supported I feel by you guys in my lowest moment. I really love you guys so much and I owe you my whole life. Really, thank you. Not only did she attack Abby for being a girl's girl, but she's actually defending Landon against the hate that he's getting. Of course he's gonna get hate because it's social media. That's something you can't.
Am I okay? Wait. I'm confused. She called Landon her ex in that response. She said, "Stop sending hate to my ex." She didn't say stop sending hate to my boyfriend. I did. Anybody else pick that up? I picked that up. She's referring to this man as an ex. She's publicly, quote unquote, defending him, but she's referring to him as her ex. Am I crazy? Did anybody else catch that?
TikTok. Damn. That's the only reason I found out. When I found out, I immediately left and I'm trying to move on. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. She's talking directly to Abby. Do whatever you want to do, but leave me out of this and stop creating false narratives that have never happened. She finishes with, to my followers, I want to say thank you for all the kind words and support about me. She said, my friend kept commenting that I never called her or had a no caller ID number and claims she recognized it's me because of my Middle Eastern accent. I am not Middle Eastern, and it feels like, to me, you're trying to make fun of my accent. She's addressing Abby directly. She says, whatever happened between you and Landon is between you guys to solve, but don't start lying on me, making up rumors about me. She said, my friend kept commenting that I never called her or have seen her DMs, and her comments kept getting deleted. I don't understand what your motive is. She also leaked Landon's phone number and email, and people are calling and texting him every second to unalive himself. I don't want the father of my child to hurt himself. He's already going through it and has already lost everything. Stop the hate, please. I am really trying to move on from this, but now I can't even try to heal or think about me and the baby because I have to worry about my ex hurting himself. I have never seen
my ex hurting himself. I thought I heard her say that, but I was like, did she say my ex? Baby, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen enough, but it seems like she's trying to separate herself, but also do it amicably to the point where she can move on. I don't know. Let's continue.
Seen any girls DM about him until Peyton messaged my friend that she found on TikTok. Damn. That's the only reason I found out. When I found out, I immediately left and I'm trying to move on. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. She's talking directly to Abby. Do whatever you want to do, but leave me out of this and stop creating false narratives that have never happened. She finishes with, to my followers, I want to say thank you for all the kind words and support. I don't have words to describe how supported I feel by you guys in my lowest moment. I really love you guys so much and I owe you my whole life. Really, thank you. Not only did she attack Abby for being a girl's girl, but she's actually defending Landon against the hate that he's getting. Of course he's gonna get hate because it's social media. That's something you can't stop. And for a man to cheat on a woman and her to gaslight everyone saying that she doesn't want him to do this to himself, like, girl, are you not even worried about the courage that it took Abby to come out in your defense? The girl...
Y'all, I feel like y'all not being realistic. I gotta be honest with you. I don't feel like y'all being realistic. Liz does not know Abby. And Abby does not know Liz. That's number one. And you also have to understand that what Landon is telling Liz probably is not the truth of what happened with Abby. Okay, so it's kind of unfair to be mad at Liz because Liz is kind of like caught in the middle. She doesn't know what to believe. She doesn't know what is true. She just got cheated on and is finding out through social media. I don't know. I think y'all are taking what she said on her Instagram story. I feel like y'all taking it out of context. I think y'all taking it out of context. I do. I think y'all taking it out of context. And then we don't know if Liz wants you to stop sending him death threats because of her safety. Did we ever think about that? Did we think about how maybe she wants you to stop sending the death threats to Landon because of her safety and the baby's safety? I'm just asking. I'm asking. And I don't know. Listen, I live in Gotham City, y'all. Houston, Texas, Gotham City. Maybe, let me see. Maybe I'm missing something.
Girl was literally shaking and getting high from recounting the damage she went through with Landon. Not only that, but she messaged in November. And I get it, Liz might not have seen, but she never made fun of your accent. She literally said she was starstruck when she heard the voice and the girl say, "This is Liz." She was starstruck. The girl had an accent. She thought it was you and fro. To me, it doesn't sound at all. I'm not an expert. Remember, this is just my opinion. Don't take anything I say to be the truth, but I'm just thinking like everybody else. She might not be over this guy.
Duh.
Attacks Abby for trying to help her. People.
Yo, oh my God. This is where I gotta go. I gotta check out. I gotta go. What? So, okay, let me get this right. She found out this man was cheating on her through Snapchat, and she was just supposed to ditch the man, like she didn't have no feelings attached, like no type of attachment at all. Pregnant, carrying his baby, she just supposed to I'm out. That's not realistic to me, y'all. I'm sorry. That's not in real life. On social media, yeah, but not in real life. Things take time. Things take time. You got to process things. Okay? And one thing I'm learning about social media, the reason why y'all keep seeing girls like crash out is because they're not processing things. They're just reacting. And it's like, y'all want Liz to just react. Y'all don't want her to process everything that just happened. And then, and another thing, the manipulator doesn't want her to process anything either. Because if she was to really sit and process everything, right, he wouldn't be able to manipulate her. So it's like, on one hand, the internet is wanting her to rush and make this decision without really processing everything. And the manipulator doesn't want her to process either because he wants her to rush and make a decision. Girl, if I was Liz, girl, I'd be somewhere far away, under a rock, hiding, trying to give myself time to really process what the fuck just happened. Like, my whole life is like over. What the hell? What the hell? I don't know, y'all. I think the internet is judging too quick on this one. Like, this is a lot to process. This is a lot of information to process. And listen, even though, and I say this all the time, even though you were in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, right? That doesn't mean that you're 100% innocent in the situation. Because Abby could have been out here. She could have had some sugar daddies. She could have. She was a bottle service girl. She could have. And so, even though, just because you're in a narcissistic relationship, you don't have to be the perfect victim to be a victim, right? So maybe Abby was hitting up those sugar daddies. We don't know. But then it's like, how do you explain that, right? How do you explain that to Liz, though? How do you explain something like that? That's hard to explain. So, man, it's a lot. 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 But one thing's for sure, Liz better not trust Landon. She better not trust Landon. If I was Liz, if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't trust Abby. I wouldn't trust Landon. I would only trust myself. And I would tune out of social media. I wouldn't be taking his calls. I wouldn't be listening to him. I would sit in silence and I would let God come talk to me, because this is too much. Like, this is chaos. This is drama. I can't see things clearly, obviously. So I would be sitting somewhere in solitude, alone. I don't want any outside opinions. I just need to sit by myself, sit with God, and see, like, tell me what's going on. What's going on? That's how I would take this approach, because it's a lot. It's a lot. I can see this. I can understand this. Someone is saying it's her fault. Liz always put off that persona of immediately dropping the guy and moving on. So the internet is waiting to see if she takes her own advice. She gave this advice without being pregnant. And see, this is why even me, right? I'm sitting in the position that Liz was sitting in prior. All right. I've never been pregnant. I've never been engaged. I've never been in a situation like how she's in. Okay? I haven't. Because now you got to think about being a single mother. You got to think about being a single mother and really taking this on here on out this day forward. And I couldn't advise her on that. I'm like, that's a heavy decision that you're going to have to make. Seriously. It would be very hard. It wouldn't be an easy, quick decision to make. When Liz gave that advice, she's never been pregnant. So now she has to think about, okay, I need to think about myself. I need to think about my child. This is just not, oh, let me just do this based off of how I'm feeling right now. It's not quick and easy to judge. I'm sorry. And she's young. It's a lot to process. I don't know what her choice and decision should be. I know that when it comes to business, though, the personal stuff, hey, that ain't my decision to make. But business-wise, she better not take this man back. She better not take this man back. This man will destroy everything that she built. Okay? So I don't know what her choice should be. I can't make that choice and decision for her. I'm just trying to empathize and show compassion for her situation, because her situation is, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. To be 4 months pregnant, to have all of this stuff play out in real time on social media. The pressure is on you to make a choice and to make a decision. And I have to make a choice that affects a child. It's a lot. Like, y'all, that's a lot. And I need to make it within 24 hours because my fan base is expecting me to make that decision. That's a lot. So I don't know. Y'all. I ain't never been in a situation like this. So I don't know. This is a lot to process, in my opinion.
People calling Liz a big Misha now. And Landon putting out this message that he deleted. You're not going to see it anywhere else. Here it is. Hurting Liz is my deepest regret. Also, he's trying to get her back. I was messaging because I crave feeling respected and valued. What? So you're telling me you didn't feel respected and valued with the wizard Liz? So you're blaming her. He says, not because I wanted to sleep with someone else. I told her so many times I needed to feel more loved and respected because I really did show up as the best partner I could be. He's literally blaming her for her not being enough for him. I'm not some Joe Goldberg evil man. If you don't know that reference by now, Joseph Gabriel Goldberg is the fictional protagonist, brilliant protagonist of the U series of novels by
I don't know. You giving Joe for sure.
Popular television series played by actor Penn Bagley. He says, I poured so much love into her, opened every door, I solved every problem, I uprooted my life for her, and I was very kind and compassionate where I could. I surprised her with expensive and thoughtful gifts. I improved her cash, taught her what I could. I listened, I was forgiven when feeling betrayed myself, and ultimately really did try my best to lead her, and I with love. I was obviously not strong enough to prevent this, but I would have never posted our shit to the internet. I mean, of course you wouldn't post it to the internet. He says, I am grateful. He says, I am grateful I may now truthfully acknowledge this and take the steps necessary to become the best man and partner I can be. He's fully intent on taking her back, and she's defending him like she might. What guy says I'm taking my power back? Landon tried to accuse Abby of faking.
Am I the only one that's not sold on the fact that Liz is taking him back? I'm not sold on that. Is it just me? When I heard everything that she said, it did not give I want to be with him. In my opinion, it gave I'm still trying to sort things out. It did not give I still want to be with him. I'm sorry. It did not give that. I'm sorry. Did I miss something? It didn't give that. It just seems like she's trying to figure things out. She doesn't know what to tell the public because she doesn't know. And that's okay. And sometimes in life when you're going through real shit, you don't know. And it's not an automatic I'm going to go back. It's not an automatic that I'm not going to go back. I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out how this is all going to look now. How this dynamic is going to work now. So I don't know. You know what I think the internet wanted? I think the internet wanted that she would see Abby's video, which is very delusional. She would see Abby's video and automatically link up with Abby and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Even though she lives with the manipulator, even though she's living with the pathological liar, even though she's living with the professional gaslighter. Ain't no telling what he done told about this. Ain't no telling what he done told Liz about Abby. Ain't no telling, y'all. Ain't no telling. And I think it's very delusional. Like, you really thought that Abby was going to post that video and then Liz and them were just going to link up and they were just going to hold and lock arms. And it's like, you don't know what that man has lied to her about when it comes to Abby. I think it's too soon to tell. I think it's too soon.
In the pregnancy, poor girl had a miscarriage. He wasn't there. She literally told him about it. He posted these on his own pro, trying to call her a liar, but here's the proof. This is the paperwork. It has the date, and of course I'm going to block out this information because that's neither here nor there. But that is Abigail, and she was pregnant at the time that she was seeing Landon. Mind you, Landon was still messaging her, no emailing her. Get that, emailing her.
Also, another thing that I feel like the internet has a bad thing of doing is there can only be one victim. That both of these women are not victims. Only one can be a victim, and it's Abby that's the victim because Liz is not openly taking her arms. But it's like, I'm really thinking about it from a realistic standpoint. Both of them are victims of this one guy, and he is lying to the both of them. Am I confused? Like, am I crazy for thinking that? Like, they're both victims. I don't understand why Abby is the only one that's being seen as a victim. All because Liz said, hey, stop sending him death threats. But how do we not know that's not to protect her and her baby? I'm just saying, like, it's easy to think just, oh, she's defending him. She's defending him. It didn't seem like she was defending him. It didn't. It didn't seem like because I'm thinking about how he's receiving these death threats, right? And one thing I noticed about through his emails and his text messages with Abby, he likes for people to feel sorry for him. He likes for people to feel like he's the victim in the situation. And so him being sent those death threats, I can only imagine the text messages, the emails that he's probably sending Liz, or the phone calls or the voicemails that he's probably sending Liz because of those death threats. So how do we not know that she's asking you not to send that so she can be left the hell alone by that man blowing up her phone? I'm just saying, it's two ways to look at situations. Sometimes three ways you can look at a situation. But defending him, I didn't really get she was really defending him. I got, hey, can y'all back off so we can figure this out? That's the energy that I got. I didn't get that she's defending him.
during the time or right before he proposed to Liz. And as if that wasn't enough, Liz called her a liar and said that she was blocked. She couldn't even talk to Abby because she was blocked, but Abigail proved that she was not blocked. She posted a video that she's never blocked. You can clearly see that the Wiz Lizard is not blocked and never was. She says, I don't know why she said that in her story. I didn't want any negativity to go towards Landon or Liz. I just shared my experience. I didn't say anything bad, and she didn't say anything. She literally shared her experience to try to help other women. How are you gonna bash Abby for doing that? It's giving jealousy, and I don't care about what you went through with the now father of my child. Insane. This doesn't get any more messy.
I'm sorry, y'all. It doesn't give jealousy. It gives a narc created a triangulation. That's what it gives. It does not give jealousy. It gives a narc created a triangulation, told one woman one thing and told the other woman another thing. That's what it gives. And then Liz could have lied and said, "Oh, she's blocked," or I don't know. I don't know who said who was blocked. But it could have been that maybe she said that because of what Landon was telling her. Again, this just gives your typical narcissistic triangulation. And once again, the women are the ones going at it. Meanwhile, the man is sitting in the corner somewhere being a victim because his life is being threatened. Can we stop putting the focus on the women? Oh my God. So now her fans is making it about Abby versus Liz when it should be Liz and Abby versus Landon. Seriously, that's what it should be about. That's what it should be about. And maybe the grace is thinking how this man, who is a wise ass, is manipulating Liz and has also manipulated Abby. I just something to think about. I don't think that this is your typical, oh, it's Abby versus Liz. I think they're both confused. I think they are. And I think Liz is probably the most confused out of the two of them. Because Abby is confused about Liz. Abby is confused about, does Liz know me? Does she know my story? Has she seen what I've posted? Has she seen what's out here? But the thing is, Liz could have seen what Abby put out here, but then Landon is in Liz's ear. So it's like, even the information that Abby presented to social media, right? We don't have Landon in the back of our in our head or in our ear telling us or trying to tell his side of the story at the same time that Abby has put her side of the story out here. So Liz is at a disadvantage compared to us because we were able to just see Abby's side, right? We were just able to take on Abby's story and that's it. But Liz is taking on Abby's story while Landon is also telling her his side. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I think y'all need to give this woman some more time.
Shout out to Ab. I'm glad you're doing fine. You seem strong. Million followers before all of this and living your best life, quite frankly. Living your best life.
Hey y'all, I'm back with another video, and y'all, I wanted to come on and share a quick update about this whole Wizard Liz Landon situation that seems to be continuing to evolve as each day goes by. I originally hoped that Liz was going to just stick to her guns and totally detach from Landon and honestly take a social media break is what I was hoping, so that she could just focus on herself and her family. But with Landon's ex Abby coming into the picture and showing receipt after receipt of how he treated her in their previous relationship and how closely it mirrored what happened to Liz, it seems that she has taken a turn for the worse, and we're now seeing her come out in almost defense of Landon, talking about how she's concerned about his mental health, and even not so low-key acting as if the girl Abby is a liar. I mean, you all saw in the previous clips, this girl Abby went so far as to dox her own medical records to show proof that she was in fact pregnant during the time that she and Landon were in a relationship. And
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta be so real with you. A narcissistic liar is in the middle of two women, and y'all are making the women the main focus. I'm sorry. I'm not going. I'm not going. I've dealt with the narc. I've dealt with being in a triangulation with the narc where they're telling you one thing and then the woman is telling you something different. And then like he's trying to paint the other woman to be a certain way. You don't know who that woman is. And it's a mess. 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 So you don't know what's true and what's not. I feel like y'all not being realistic when it comes to this situation. But we'll sit up here and be like, oh, this man is a narc. He's a narc. Okay, do you know how crazy narcs are? Do you know how they are pathological liars, manipulators, and gaslighters? I don't think y'all being real. Like, I don't think the internet is being realistic with this. And then y'all haven't even given this girl enough time. Like, y'all haven't given this girl enough time to really unpack all the lies. I mean, this is crazy. Y'all haven't. It's been like, what, 12 days? Yeah, that ain't enough time when you dealing with a narc. That ain't 12 days. You could spend a whole fucking year trying to literally get through all the lies and still not have enough time. Because you may have to go into your second year. And yeah, you can only be with him for a year, maybe even 6 months, and still have to go through a year of going through all the lies. Have y'all ever dealt with a narc? It's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's really unfortunate that she felt the need to go to that extreme of revealing her own medical records just to prove that she was not lying, because Liz's fans were attacking her credibility.
Because there's a narc involved in the situation. So, of course, she felt the need to damn near dox herself to prove that. Of course.
Because, y'all, honestly, when people are committed to misunderstanding you, it's because they've already made up in their mind that they don't like you. And I don't see the point in going above and beyond to prove anything to people like that. So it sucks that she felt the need to do that, but because it didn't really change anything, right? Liz is still out here defending this man.
Okay, I have a quick question. To the women that have dealt with the narc, do you think 12 days since this whole situation happened, do you think 12 days is enough time for Liz to make a decision regarding a narc? Seriously, I just want to know. 12 days. Because I'm just thinking about my own experience. Hell no. Absolutely not. Like, that's just me going off my own experience. But I want to know from the other women that have dealt with narcs. Do you think 12 days is enough? And then I got to be honest with you. I wasn't pregnant and I was struggling. You know what I mean? Because I think about that too. I wasn't pregnant and struggling. Yeah, you do. And that's another thing. Like, I tried to leave 2 times. The 3rd time is when I actually left. And I wasn't pregnant. So I don't feel like y'all have given this girl enough time. I know social media likes to do things at a different pace, but it's not real life. It's not. That is the first thing that I talk about when I'm mentoring. As I'm like, yeah, my commentary and my opinions is quick. It's to the point, because that's social media. Right? Like, you got something to say, you say it with a punch. Be quick, fast. Don't take all day. Don't be long-winded, right? But in real life, it's different. It's totally different. And so when I mentor, people are always shocked by my approach when it comes to their real life. And I'm like, hey, my commentary it's not real life. It's not. Like, life is a little more complicated than that. Has a lot more layers to it. And it's not instant gratification. It's not. Sometimes things take time. You have to plan. You have to process things mentally and emotionally so that you can make clear and sound decisions and choices. And just thinking about her dealing with a narc, 12 days, pregnant and all, I don't think that's enough time. And I get it. And I get it. And you know what? People have made that perception about me as well when it comes to my commentary. So I absolutely get it. But people see a different side of me when I'm mentoring, when I'm coaching. I'm not going to tell, like, when you meet with me, I'm not going to tell you, oh, girl, just leave. Life is not, real life, it takes planning. It takes you collecting yourself emotionally, mentally, maybe even tapping into your spiritual side for you to really collect yourself and make a clear, sound decision and choice for yourself. Because this is going to be a long-lasting choice. This has the ability to affect her child, like I said, for 18 plus years. This is not just something that you quickly make a decision on. I'm sorry, it's not real, y'all. It's not real. It's not real. And the internet and Abby and Landon, I'm just thinking about me dealing with a narc and having the internet and then having an ex and then having Landon and then like everyone in my ear. It would just cause me more confusion, in which would prolong my process of trying to make a sound and clear decision and choice. I'm just being realistic and logical about how I would approach a situation like this. It's not just an easy decision and choice to make. It's not. Not when that man is still in your ear. And see, it kind of reminds me of the Millie and the proposal swindler. It was Millie pretty much did the same thing. But again, we don't know if Liz has seen obvious red flags. We don't know. But we know Millie did, and Millie was ignoring all of them. But we don't know if Liz was just ignoring all of these red flags in the same way that Millie did. Because then that would have me look at Liz a little bit different. You know, okay, now at this point, you're making a conscious choice to overlook red flags. You're making a conscious choice to overlook certain things. And we don't really know if Liz is making that choice and decision. She referred to this man as her ex. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I think it's too soon to tell, honestly.
Essentially, and as we're going to see in some other reactions, her sister even comes forward seeming to be on Landon's side as well. So we're going to get into some other reactions to this whole mess. But one thing this whole situation has shown me is that Liz really did delude herself into thinking that she was bigger than the program. And I saw several insightful comments stating they felt the Wizard Liz persona she created was the result of a defense mechanism where she created this character to combat her childhood wounds, her childhood traumas, and her preaching about law of attraction, manifesting, and women empowerment was all just an attempt at reclaiming her own power in an attempt to break the generational curses within her family. And honestly, I could not agree more. I think what she didn't anticipate was that she would ultimately end up encountering and falling for the exact archetype of man that she wanted to avoid. And now that it appears that she has chosen to keep this baby and potentially even forgive or stick aside Landon, she is now going to be entering into yet another karmic cycle.
She 4 months in. She can't. It's too late. She's 4 months. Listen, y'all. I got to be honest with you. This is where I'm gonna fall off. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. This is where I'm gonna fall off. I need to see more stuff. Like, I feel like it's too soon for me to give an opinion any further because, again, 12 days, a woman is supposed to make a decision with a narc. It's not realistic. This is where I'm going to have to fall off. We don't know if she's staying or not. We don't know. We don't know what her choice and decision is. She hasn't really made one yet. It seems like the internet has made a choice for her. The internet has made the choice that she's going to stay in this relationship. But I feel like it's too soon to tell.
Cycle with this man, okay? Now I want to get into some other reactions to these latest developments with Liz, Landon, and Abby, so stay tuned.
Liz defending Landon on Instagram is insane to me because, or after his ex Abby came out with receipts of his abusive, lying, cheating ways.
I don't agree with the internet on this one, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to check out. And the reason, let me explain, because I made myself clear, but I'm gonna make myself clear again, right? Is that the internet heard Abby's side of the story. The internet has not dealt with Landon's manipulation behind the story that Abby gave on social media. Okay? So you're thinking that this woman is defending this man, and I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a woman that is trying to process what the hell just happened. That's what I'm seeing. And I just see it seems like people are trying to make this choice and decision for her because she didn't do it in a timely manner for the internet. That's what it seems like. Because me personally, I'm not getting that she was defending this man because she still wants to be with this man. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting, hey, can you stop hitting him up and sending him death threats? Because he's bothering the fuck out of me. Can you stop sending him death threats so I can stop getting texts and phone calls about how he's getting death threats? That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting she's defending him because she feels bad. I'm like, hey, can you stop sending him death threats? Because he keeps bothering me when y'all do that. When y'all send him the death threats, I get emails, I get phone calls, I get text messages. But she still said, hey, that's my ex. She didn't say that was my fiance. And even, and listen, I pay close attention to details like that because I will never forget Paloma, trophy wife. When she was addressing the public, she said her husband. And I was like, your husband? You mean your ex-husband? She kept, after the kids were touched, remember that? After the kids were touched, after the kids were allegedly touched, she came and addressed the public and she kept saying, my husband. And I was like, wait a minute. Your husband touched your daughters? Why are you calling him your husband still? Like that was weird. That was weird. So I don't know, y'all. I'm going to leave it here. And I'm going to wait for things to unfold. This is just my opinion so far when it comes to this situation. If y'all have more details, like from Liz and what she's said and done, send it my way. But I gotta be honest with you. I think it's too soon to tell. I did see, because I want to say, I could have sworn Liz had a sister. Hold on, let me see. That responded to her. Let me see.
You guys.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. Because I think it's too soon. Let's see.
Situation, and it's seriously backfiring looking at these comments. A lot of people are calling her out for seemingly downplaying Abby's story and fixating on irrelevant details rather than
And listen, I just want to put it out here because listen, this is my opinion. Y'all came here for my opinion. I don't have the opinion like the rest of the internet. And like I said, I believe Abby, but I also believe Liz too, because I know there's a narcissist in the middle of this shit. Have we forgot? Like, this is the thing that be killing me about the internet. You can acknowledge that this man is a narcissistic psychopath, but you can't acknowledge the fact that he's probably lying to the both of them. You can't acknowledge that he has triangulated the both of them. So I believe Abby, but I also believe Liz, and then I also know that the narc in the middle is manipulating Liz and gaslighting Abby. That's what I know. So because I know that that's what's going on, I'm not gonna judge either women in the situation because I know who the problem is, which is Landon. Oh my God, a narc will drain the hell out of you. That's why my I got a headache because this man is crazy. So because I know that, I'm not turning on Liz and I'm not turning on Abby. I'm looking at Landon. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the man that has caused all of this shit. Got my head hurting. I'm looking at you, Landon. The hell? So no. And this is exactly what narcs like. This is exactly what narcs do. So now, y'all not mad at Landon. Y'all mad at Liz. And that's what Landon wants. Be mad at Landon. He is the one that has caused all of this shit. Okay? And again, when it comes to Abby and Liz, any friction that they might have towards one another is because of Landon and the lies, the gaslighting, and the manipulation. Okay? Like, stay focused. Let's not lose the plot. The plot is Landon. The plot is not Abby and Liz and they have this thing going on. No, the plot is Landon, the narc, the manipulator, who has now made these women like at each other. It's like, no. I'm not going for that. I'm not going there. See, the old me would go for that. The old me before dealing with a narc would easily go for that. But I've dealt with the narc and it's like, hell no. So I don't know if Liz has ever dealt with a narc before. I don't even know. Abby has, so Abby knows his games, which is probably why she felt the need to damn near dox herself to prove that she was in fact pregnant. But has Liz ever dealt with a narc? A 25, 26-year-old girl? I don't think so. So again, I stand on the fact that it's too soon to tell how this is going to go. And I'm not going to hold it against Liz right now because she's still under his manipulation. She's still under his lies. She's still under that. And she's probably trying to figure out what's true and what's not. And she's probably very confused because she's caught in the middle. But let's continue.
Acknowledging the more serious allegations Abby laid out in her videos, especially when Abby backed her claims with screenshots and recordings. We've got to get into this because the situation just keeps getting messier, y'all, and the sisters are getting flamed online right now. So I was scrolling through my For You page and suddenly I came across this TikTok from Sabina. That's Wizard Liz's sister, and in this video she seemed to be defending Liz in the whole Abby situation. Now if you guys haven't watched my previous video, you can catch up on that, but honestly it raised more questions than it answered. Now that Landon and his ex Abby are reportedly going to court, many feel that's where the real truth will come out. But instead of letting that process unfold, people think Liz and her circle are already doubling down, painting Abby as a liar. A lot of people think the vibe from the video is strange, like they're hyper-focused on this one small moment where Abby said she heard an accent during a phone call with Liz. It seems like the sisters are spinning it like Abby was trying to be offensive, being like, we're not Middle Eastern, why did you think our accent was Middle Eastern?
I really feel like y'all blowing that out of proportion. I just gotta be honest, y'all are blowing that out of proportion. Because and I think the reason why the sisters are pointing that out is because maybe you offended her. Maybe Abby accidentally offended her. You know, that is a real thing. Maybe this is a common thing that they get, and so they were offended by that. It happens. But I need the girls to put the petty shit aside. Like, I need the girls to put the petty shit aside. Okay?
When most people think Abby came off as really genuine and just confused. She never even accused Liz directly, she just said she didn't know who it was and reached out to Liz for clarity, and she even showed the receipts of the Instagram DMs. But still, they're running with this idea that Abby is lying and blocked Liz to cover it up instead of acknowledging the much bigger story here. Abby's claims of emotional abuse and stalking. People feel like Sabina is intentionally zeroing in on a 15-second moment from 30 minutes worth of content just to discredit her entire experience. And people are pointing out how ironic it is that they're claiming not to defend Landon while clearly siding with him and going out of their way to make Abby seem dishonest. They're saying that is taking sides.
Hi guys, I'm making this video to address some stuff that are going on online that are just false. Landon's ex-girlfriend decided to come on TikTok and share her story, which she has the right to, but then the video
Hold on, why she talking fast? Hold on, let me slow her down. I ain't never had to slow somebody down, because I want to see what the internet is talking about.
Is claiming that my sister called her, so Liz called her. She's showing screenshots of messages where in the second message she is saying that I'm the girl that you called in November. The evidence she's showing for this call is a no caller ID number. She is sharing messages where she's basically implying that my sister saw the messages. She goes on to saying that she recognized my sister's voice because she has a Middle Eastern accent. My sister is not from the Middle East. She doesn't have a Middle Eastern accent. Then our friend is sending that video to our friend, go and comment that is not true. When my friend goes and comments that, all her comments get deleted. This video, which to us we thought like nobody was really gonna take this video seriously because, you know, a girl called a girl, whatever. All of a sudden my sister is getting all these messages saying that she knew that Landon was cheating, saying that she called this ex-girlfriend
First of all, my sister is not the type of person to call an ex-girlfriend. That's not the type of woman she is. We don't go and call girls and check our phones of our partner. She would never do that. The video seems harmless, but all of a sudden, my sister's getting all these messages of hate, people accusing her of lying.
You want to know why this is? The internet loves to pin women against each other. They do. Like, the internet does. I'm like, how did this become Abby versus Liz? I'm not feeling this, y'all. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. Is she, if Liz was offended by the Middle Eastern thing, I feel like it's fair. Like, I do. People who have accents, like, you can easily offend them by saying that they're from this particular. It's offensive. You got to understand that they may have taken that offensively. So it just seems like this is drama, and it's a lot of he say, she say. The internet has made this extremely messy. So now it's like two women got beef, but they only got beef because of the internet and this man. That's it. The internet is instigating this situation. Like, they want them to have an issue, and it's for entertainment purposes. And I'm just like, wait a minute, y'all. No. So I don't know. And then why is the internet so trusting of Abby? We don't know these people. That's why I'm like, and I find it interesting. Her sister is her. And listen, this is me being unbiased. Hell, don't come at me. I'm just being unbiased. I'm just questioning things, like, because it don't make sense. And when you're dealing with a narc, I've told you, if you really think you're dealing with a narc, you have to question everything. Nothing can go without question when you're dealing with a narc. So her sister is saying that one of her friends left comments under Abby's video, and the comments kept getting deleted. Why is the internet overlooking that? Why is the internet overlooking that part? Because I'm like, well, why would Abby delete comments?
Ex-girlfriend, that's not the type of woman she is. And our friend is sending that video to her friend. Go and comment that is not true. When my friend goes and comments that, all her comments get deleted. This video, which to us, we thought like nobody was really gonna take this video seriously because, you know, a girl called a girl, whatever. All of a sudden, my sister is getting all these messages saying that she knew that Landon was cheating, saying that she called this ex-girlfriend. First of all, my sister is not the type of person to call an ex-girlfriend. That's not the type of woman she is. We don't go and call girls and check our phones of our partner. She would never do that. The video seems harmless, but all of a sudden, my sister's getting all these messages of hate, people accusing her of lying. When I see that video, I know what you're doing. Like, I know what you're implying. I know that you're implying that she knew. I know that you're implying that she saw your messages and she ignored it. I know what you're implying. Everyone on the internet, you can say whatever you want on your videos. But we know what you're implying and what you're trying to do. And if you were really a girl's girl and you really wanted, to come to her defense or whatever, share your story.
Another thing that I want to point out too, and this is just my unbiased opinion. One thing I did notice about Abby is that she has an online following. This is just me being unbiased. She got an online following. Not as big as Liz, but pretty big. She had like 1.1 million followers or something like that. I don't know how, when did she get them? When she got them. But listen, one thing that I need to tell y'all real quick. This is just off the record. The new thing when it comes to being a content creator and being signed to an agency is that to come on TikTok and give a story time. Because of Risa Tisa. It's the new thing. This is why you see there was another girl. Her story time was boring as hell, but she tried to give a story time about a guy she was dating. She called him a narc as well. And she was the girl with the fro. And she had dated like this model type of guy. And they lived in LA and everything, whatever. And so that's the new thing now. Like, that's part of marketing. That's part of building a platform. That's part of building a community. Who's the other girl? She blew up when the random man from Atlanta. Her too. She was also another one that blew up because she gave a story time. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm not going to say that Abby didn't give the story time with pure intentions, but two things can be true at the same time. She gave the story time with true intentions, but she also knew that this could help her online community, build her online community or her online platform. So I don't know. Ooh, Goldie said Abby had a following before this. She also shares a content house with other creators. That's why I'm like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know about this situation. I don't know. I'm not going to dismiss what the sister is saying. I'm not. For so many different reasons. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see how all of this turns out. But the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Story, and why are we deleting the comments of our friends when they're saying like, hey, she never called you, I didn't want my sister to get involved in this because I don't want this.
Now let's get into this part of the video where Liz's sister Sabina was trying to go with this whole narrative they're pushing that Abby blocked Liz. People are side-eyeing it, you guys, and I'll explain in just a sec.
Story to get bigger and bigger. Liz was like, I want to message her. I want to ask her why she said that in the video. So then my sister goes and tries to message you, and she finds out that she's blocked, and she cannot find your name. When I look you up on Instagram, I can find your name. She can't. So she said that you blocked her. And here's proof of the fact that she cannot find you on her Instagram. You have her blocked. That is the truth.
So people are like, why would Abby lie about that? She literally reached out in November and even provided screen recordings reaching out to Liz, trying to be a girl's girl and share her story with Landon. Some feel like in this video that Sabina shared, Liz might have blocked Abby on her end and made it look like Abby blocked her, just to spin the story a certain way.
But we don't know. How are we gonna know? How is the internet supposed to know who did what? That's what I want to know. How are we supposed to know who did what?
That's just something people are speculating, like it is a possibility. This person summed it up perfectly in the comments. Okay, I saw Liz's sister's response. In the video, she shows Liz trying to find Abby's account and couldn't find it. Last year, I blocked the Kardashian family. We were doing the Block 2024 thing because they weren't speaking up about Palestine. Now, if I look for Kim, I can't find her because I blocked her. Insta has changed their features. Please don't be convinced by their lies. Also, Liz's sister's response also indicated that they're taking Abby to court again, taking the side of Joe Goldberg. As a sister, I would assume she'd be annoyed he cheated on her pregnant sister, but no, they both need to heal. This is getting ridiculous. Sabina continues on this video defending Liz and coming at everyone for making up quote-unquote lies.
Sister goes onto her stories, tries to defend herself and say like, hey guys, I don't know why you guys are sending me all these hate messages over that video. I never called anyone. I never received any message. You guys have to understand that Liz is very hormonal right now. She's 4 months pregnant. Like, she's feeling pregnancy rage. She's trying, like, she's hearing stuff.
But this, y'all, this is just me, like, finding out about this shit today. Or me, well, not today. Well, really, all of the details today. Girl, they could, we don't know who lying, really. We don't know if Abby's lying or if Liz is lying. We don't know. But it's just suspicious to me. Until I can figure out who I think is lying, I'm gonna look at them both sideways. Honestly, Liz and Abby. I'm not gonna. And that's the thing. It's like I don't know. It's like the internet just wants to take Abby's side, but I'm like, wait a minute, slow down. We don't really know these people like that. We don't know them. Yeah, I'm afraid the ladies have lost the plot as well. Thank you, Jay, for saying that. Because why? Like, I don't like this.
Stuff from all over. She's getting messages from all over. Like, she just stuck to her story to defend herself because she's tired of people lying. We're all tired. Like, I'm seeing the craziest thing. I literally deleted my TikTok because I didn't want to see these things. And I'm being sent stuff that I'm like, what are these?
And then and see this see, remember I literally did a video about this. Ladies, I'm getting exhausted. Listen, stop making it about looks. Because if the men had it their way, they would take you and your friend. That's the truth. Y'all both beautiful. One's a blonde and the other is a brunette, or I don't know what she is. But if a man had it his way, he would take the both of y'all. He wouldn't choose the brunette over the blonde or the blonde over the brunette. He would choose the both of y'all. Now what? Now what? Now what? Okay, so stop making it about that. My goodness. This is how we get lost. This is how we lose the plot every single time. This is how we lose the plot. Okay? This is how we lose the plot. So I'm not doing this who look better. I would choose the blonde over the brunette. I would choose the girl with the lip fillers over the girl without the lip fillers. He would take both of them home. Like, I'm not doing this with the girls today. I'm not. And you'll be surprised. You be so insecure about your bikini line, and he laid up with a girl that has ingrown hair or has scars on her bikini line, and here you are beating yourself up because your bikini line's not perfect. Can y'all stop? Can you stop? Can y'all stop doing that? Can y'all stop doing that? You over here like, oh my God, I need to get waxed. But the last girl that he was dealing with, she didn't wax. He liked it natural. Oh my God. Like, can y'all stop doing that? Can y'all stop doing that, please? Thank you. Okay, let's continue.
Lies. Like, people are just making up stuff. People are hiring her a relationship coach, a dating coach. Like, when has she ever talked about relationships? Like, the only thing my sister talks about is literally standing up for herself. She talks to people who have been victims of abuse. When has she ever talked about love? The only time she ever mentions relationships is when she tells you guys to walk away and respect yourself. Even that Liz brought this to the internet and said that Landon cheated was because she's always been very transparent.
She says that the only time she talks about relationships is when she's encouraging you to walk away and choose yourself.
About relationships. Like, the only thing my sister talks about is literally standing up for herself. She talks to people who have been victims of abuse. When has she ever talked about love? The only time she ever mentions relationships is when she tells you guys to walk away and respect yourself. Isn't that Liz brought this to the internet and said that Landon cheated?
So I saw a video where people were saying that she talks about relationships all the time, but her sister said that the only time she brings up relationships, and y'all let me know if this is true or not. The only time that she talks about relationships is when she's telling you to leave and to walk away. So is she giving you relationship advice, or is she telling you to stand up for yourself when it comes to relationships that may end up being toxic? That's what I want to know, because there are two different things here. So was she out? Can somebody show me where she was giving relationship advice? Because people keep calling her a dating coach, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like her content can be pretty much applied to all areas of your life, like work, your mother-daughter relationship, your father-son relationship. It can really be applied to anywhere. But just based off of some of the stuff that I've seen. But I could be wrong because I haven't seen everything. Okay, so people are saying Liz doesn't give relationship advice. She gives advice to want better for yourself. That's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think she gave relationship advice, but she did speak on relationships like you should take your power back, walk away, choose yourself, etc., etc., etc. Which is what is to me, it's still undecided. It will be interesting to see what her end decision will be when it comes to Landon, because She does. She talks about you walking away and choosing yourself. So it is going to be interesting to see what her decision is. I think the internet has made this decision on her too quick and too soon because it's too hard to really tell right now. But it is going to be interesting to see what her end decision is when it comes to all of this. So this is a lot to deal with. Being 4 months pregnant and all this drama on social media. I got a headache. I would be exhausted. I'm not even carrying a baby. Damn. I'm not even involved in this situation. I got a headache. So we're going to see what her end decision is. But I'm telling you right now, I'm putting this on record. If she stay with this man, it will ruin her. It will ruin her brain. It will ruin everything she built.
It was because she's always been very transparent with her fan base. From the beginning of her career, she's always been very honest. She has never portrayed this perfect life or a facade. She's been honest about her abuse. She's been literally, every time she has a fight, or even with my mom or me or whatever, she is the type of person that goes and shares that with her fan base. And that's the type of
Is she being honest about that?
relationship that they have. And the people that follow her know that. She's very transparent. So obviously when she brings on a partner on the internet, she introduces that person to her fan base. Obviously when he cheats, she is gonna share that because that is who she is. She shares those things.
That's where she messed up.
Show a perfect relationship when that is just not the truth. And even if she didn't share that, some stuff would come out, and then she would also be the bad guy. Because in these situations, women always get blamed. For whatever they do, no matter what she does, she will get blamed. She asked in her stories not to send him any hate from the beginning. Nobody wanted that. She just wanted to be honest and transparent with her fan base. Nobody knew that the whole world was all of a sudden gonna go crazy over a girl getting cheated on.
Again, you guys, what people think is really unsettling about all this is how none of them are addressing the more serious allegations and are just tunnel vision on this accent situation. Social media feels like Liz and her sister are pushing this she's doing this for clout narrative, even though Abby already has a platform with 1 million followers before any of this. She's even shown that she's barely making money from those videos, that TikTok pays next to nothing. But then Sabina says she's not victim blaming any woman, yet turns around and defends Landon, getting upset that his phone is blowing up. But people are pointing out that at the end of the day, Liz herself brought all this to social media, and with her massive following, it's like, what did she expect? Especially considering her cult-like fan base. They're also saying that what Landon did, messing up Liz's future and their baby's future, is way worse than having his work phone
My bad, y'all, I forgot
right now.
So then after those stories, like my family's going through it, Liz is going through it, everyone's trying to be there for her and the baby, his ex goes and leaks his phone number. And listen, as a victim of abuse myself, I would never ever victim blame any woman. What happened between you and Landon, you have the right to share that. You have. And when you leak his phone number, we're getting calls from his family, from his friends, everyone's calling us. Landon's getting death threats every second on his phone. People are calling him every second of the day, telling him to unalive himself, telling him the most disgusting things you can say to a human being. So my sister goes online and said, hey guys, like, stop the death threats, stop this, I'm worried about him. Obviously, like that, people are getting upset about the fact that my sister goes and says that, hey, stop sending this man, who's by the way the father of her child, who's also by the way someone she loved very deeply, tells them, hey, stop the death threats. You guys are canceling her for that? She's now all of a sudden back together with him? First of all, she's never getting back together with him. That's not happening. When she leaves, that's it. Stop making up.
She's not getting back with this man. That's all, like, y'all, because this is my opinion based off of me reviewing all of this shit, okay? Because I got a headache. I never got that she was getting back with that man either. So for her sister to confirm, I'm just like, where did the internet get that shit from? That's what I'm just, and you know what I think it was? I think the internet wanted Liz to come on here and hold hands with Abby, like, yes, girl, we're in this together. But again, I'm thinking about how a narc, a pathological liar, is in the middle of all of this shit and ain't no telling what he's told Liz about Abby. That shit ain't gonna ever, it's not gonna happen. I'm confused about that. Listen, even her sister has came on and said she done called the man an ex. She has said that she's trying to move on. Her sister said once she's done, she's done. She's not going back. And I thought I was crazy. The internet had me thinking, like, am I like crazy? Am I not trying to see it like how everybody else is trying to see it? Cause she never said she was getting back with that man. She just said, hey, if all these people are calling Liz and blaming, basically putting the blame on Liz for the fact that he's doxxed and he's getting all of these death threats, because they think that the reason why he's getting all of these death threats is because of her fan base and her following, then, and his family is blowing up her phone. This is messy, because I'm really trying to picture this in real life. His family is blowing her up. His friends is blowing her up, saying, hey, because they got to console this man who is getting all of these death threat phone calls. I mean, what is she left to do? Just block the whole family and block all of them when she's carrying his child? It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. This is a lot. So, to be honest with you, I think the internet made it. I think the internet called this too soon to really know what the hell is really going on. So I don't know. I'm just not buying that she's taking this man back. I don't believe she is. And then number two, it would mess up her whole brand, everything she worked hard for, her money. And then number two, she never said she was taking this man back. She just said, hey, can you stop blowing his phone up because my phone is being blown up by his family and his friends? That's basically what she said.
Apply. Obviously, nobody wants anyone to hurt themselves. If you're the type of person that sees that someone online got cheated on and you go to that guy and message him, unalive yourself, then there's something really, really wrong with you. And nobody here is defending what Landon has done. Liz is not defending him. She is trying to make sure that nobody hurts themselves. She is not getting back together with him. Stop with all these lies. And I know the internet, they just make up stuff, but just to clarify this, she is not getting back together with him. They're trying to find a way to co-parent. And what happened between Landon and his ex-girlfriend is going to court. So they can go and defend themselves in court and, may the liar get what they deserve.
And again, because this narc is in the middle, her family, her sister, even Liz, they don't know what's true and what's not. They don't know. They don't know what's true and what's not. So the internet holding that against them is insane to me. It's insane to me. So of course the right thing to do would be like, well, let them go figure that out in court. He cheated on my sister though. We're done with him. They're trying to figure out how to co-parent. But we weren't a witness to what happened. It's he say, she say. He say, she say. But the internet wants to believe Abby because it's Abby. She's a woman. She came on social media. And I get that. But let them work that out in court and we'll see what's true and what's not. Landon. Because we gonna see. Because I have a feeling you the liar in this situation. Right? But we don't know. We don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of that plays out in court. And I hope Landon does take her to court since he wanted to make that threat. Make do on your promise, sir, so we can see what's true and what's not. Plead your case. I want to see it. But so far, I'm still not getting where Liz is taking this man back. She's defending this man because she wants to be with him, because that's what the internet said. The internet said that Liz was defending this man because she wants to be with him, or she's still with him, or this is a soft launch for him to come back on her platform. But the sister is saying, ain't no way in hell that's happening. So who's lying? Who knows the truth? Somebody tell me, what's the truth?
I just want to say, to the people that supported her and are with her fans, thank you so much. But I hope that I cleared somewhat up what happened. And I hope justice gets served. And right now, just focus on my sister's health and the baby's health. And yeah. I find it even ridiculous making this video, but anyways.
Here are some of the many comments under Sabina's video. Your sister brought this upon herself by talking about it on social and continued to drag it out.
I agree with that.
She should have dealt with it privately. Abby did try to warn her.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Liz never said that this, oh my God.
This court is diabolical after Abby had no...
Y'all, Liz is not taking anybody to court. Landon made that threat. Okay? Am I the only one that's seeing Liz trying to separate herself from this situation, yet her fan base and people on social media are trying to pull her back into the middle of this situation, and she's trying to separate herself, and she's trying to separate herself and separate herself. Hell, even her sister's trying to separate herself from the situation, and the internet keeps bringing her in the middle of this. Am I the only one that is seeing it that way? I'm trying to figure that out. Because I'm not, this woman is trying to separate herself. And let this be a lesson. The men that you bring on your platform, think twice about it. Think twice about it. I do agree with the original commenter that said that she should have handled this privately. But then I also agree with the sister in the situation where if she would have handled it privately, then people would have been judging her for that. Like, oh, you tried to keep this a secret that he cheated on you. We always knew that Landon wasn't this and Landon wasn't that. So it's, either way, Liz was fucked. I just got to be honest with you. Either way, it didn't matter how she handled this situation. She wasn't going to handle it right according to the internet. I'm sorry. She wasn't. She wasn't. And again, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not gonna look past the fact that Abby couldn't have used this as a viral moment. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not. She did a whole 3-part series, 3-part story. I'm not gonna look past the fact that she could have used this as a viral moment at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. She could have had the purest intentions when it comes to her telling her truth, but she also could have used it as content. I do it all the time. I have story times too. I know how it goes. I know how I process things. So purist meaning she was honest and truthful, but this would benefit me. Why not make some money off of the situation? I mean, I did get traumatized. That's how I look at it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna look past it. But I don't know why people are holding it against Liz that Landon threatened to take Abby to court. I don't know why.
Nothing but good intentions for Liz. What a shame.
Yeah,
Someone
a viral moment.
It's about her victim blaming Abby.
She got it
and
too.
Sabina said she never victim blamed her. There's things you guys don't know because you don't know these people in real life. Hope everyone who's lying gets what they deserve. Her sister was also liking these comments. I'm honestly exhausted by this whole situation. I just wish Liz and her baby peace and quiet. I think it's ridiculous that he lied.
I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm exhausted too. I'm gonna have to agree with Liz's sister. I'm exhausted.
And manipulated, and everyone says she should have known better, as if women can see the future. This person said, why are you guys only focusing on this call? What about Ibiza and Mykonos? Why are we talking about this one tiny part of the story?
Because she does. Y'all, are we okay? Because she doesn't know what's true. She has this man telling her one thing and Abby saying another thing. She doesn't know what's true. Oh my gosh, have you ever dealt with with a narc or manipulator? This is crazy. She doesn't know what's true. She doesn't know what is the truth. So Abby is saying one thing, he's saying another thing, she's caught in the middle, she don't know what's true and what's not. So she's just like, hey, I want to stay out of that. That doesn't, listen, let them take it to court and they work that out with them, with two of them. Leave me out of it. The hell?
This person said about Abby, she clearly was not lying nor making fun of an accent. I don't know where y'all got that. Abby mentioned that she thought it may have been Liz due to her accent. Liz does have an accent. Let's not dwell on the Middle Eastern part. Sabina.
I think that's an insecurity thing, which really stung when they heard it because they probably get that a lot. I don't understand. So yeah, they were offended. It is what it is. Move on though. Why are y'all making that such a big deal?
Ended up responding to another comment where someone said, this story is so messed up. Obviously, Abby was scared of the situation, or maybe Landon has threatened her. That's why she blocked Liz, and now the girls are fighting each other when clearly the problem was and is Landon. And Sabina said, no, she posted a story yesterday saying she didn't block Liz and implying my sister is lying. She even said, I don't know why she is lying. She also responded to this comment that I feel like further proves that they are slowly starting to defend Landon. And a lot of people are even saying they're not going to be surprised if Liz and Landon end up getting back together. Someone said, I genuinely think Landon is the one who deserves this, not Abby. I was a fan of Liz, but after her last story, rolling on the floor laughing, no. And they responded, you're always free to leave. No one is asking you to follow. She also responded to this comment, why are we hating and accusing a girl that helped Liz with her own story against Landon? I agree. She sent a message to Liz in November, so now why are you turning on her instead of obviously Landon? Because she lied about Liz and sent hate her way, which is defamation. Liz is coming to her own defense. Now, let me say this. Just because Abby came out with her story, it doesn't mean that she's responsible for the hate that Liz is getting. From what we've seen in Abby's video, she did not send an ounce of hate to Liz. She was simply explaining her experience with Landon, and whatever happens after that, she doesn't carry that weight. And I feel like that's where Sabina or Liz is getting all the...
But if this is where the internet is losing me, y'all. Okay, because what if Sabrina is telling the truth about how Abby lied? Y'all just so quick to take Abby's side. Are y'all listening to what Sabrina is saying? And the reason why y'all can't hear what Sabrina is saying is because y'all already have it in y'all's head, in your mind, that she's taking this man back. She done referred to this man as her ex. Her sister then said she done with the man. They trying to figure out how to co-parent. And y'all still have it in y'all's mind that she with the man. And she has said on several occasions she's trying to move forward. She's trying to move past it. But y'all already have it in your mind that she wants to be with this man. She's still in a relationship with this man. So you can't even acknowledge the fact that Sabrina is saying that Abby lied on her about that. And we, the internet, don't know what's true. We don't know what's true. We don't. Sabrina pulled up the whole profile thing to show that she was blocked. Abby is saying that Liz was not blocked. So now it's he say, she say, and we, the internet, don't know because we weren't there. But I'm not going to overlook the fact that Sabrina is saying that she is defending her sister because of what Abby said about the whole phone call and reaching out. And yeah, that's what started this whole hate train. So what if Sabrina is telling the truth about that though? What if she's telling the truth about that? So we don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. All I know is a man is the reason for all of this shit. That's what I do know. What I do know is Landon is the issue for all of this shit. Okay? Let's not lose the plot. The plot is the fact that Landon did this. Period. It wasn't Sabrina, it wasn't Liz, and it wasn't Abby. It wasn't even y'all and the fan base online. It was Landon. Landon, come to the front. Because now, ain't nobody talking about Landon. Everybody's talking about Sabrina, Abby, Liz. Hell, people are even talking about her fan base. Ain't nobody talking about Landon. I'ma talk about Landon. Landon? The hell? Like, that's what I'm saying. No. Landon is the problem. I'm not losing my sight on that. Landon has caused all of this. And the women, if you've ever dealt with a narc, right? They create chaos. They create so much drama. Do you not see all the drama this man has created? It's very messy. Very messy. The internet needs to be mad at Landon. That's who the internet needs to be mad at. Period. Until further notice. Until I see some concrete evidence, I'm looking at Landon. Landon, you are the problem.
This mixed up. She also responded to this comment that said, the Liz hate comes from discrediting Abby. She shared her story and gets called a liar, saying she had a sugar daddy when that is not true. There is not such evidence of that.
Okay, no. Why are y'all putting Liz in the middle of that? Well, and this is the thing, right? Let me let her cook a little bit.
There's plenty evidence of Landon being abusive and narcissistic, and she defends him. Like, LOL, make it make sense. She could just say, hey guys, Abby never called me, and I appreciate her coming out with her story. I will reach out to her. And they reply, it is going to court now. There is evidence, but it's not our place to share any of this. We don't want to be involved. Just leave my sister's name out of it.
And that's what I got from the whole situation. And again, you're getting mad at Sabrina and Liz because of what Landon has told them. So again, they don't know Abby. They don't know what to believe when it comes to Landon. So they're like, hey guys, can you leave me and my sister out of it? But no, the internet wants to put them in the middle of it for entertainment purposes.
Someone also said Landon was emailing Abby July 27, 2024, and Liz got engaged to this guy in September of 2024, literally 2 months after Landon was still obsessing over his ex.
Am I the only one that feels like rehashing something that I'm done with isn't necessary? If I'm done with the man, why do I need to go over the fact that this man was most likely emailing his ex when he was with me? If I'm done with the man, he cheated. I'm done. Like, why do I? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why do they need to hash out everything on social media if she said that she was done? That's her ex. They looking to co-parent. We're trying to move on. I'm trying to separate myself. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the internet is confusing real versus what's entertainment. Y'all want to be entertained by Liz and the whole emailing back and forth. But if Liz said that she's done with this man, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to work out. There's nothing. There's nothing. Just me moving on. The only thing we need to be discussing is how to co-parent this baby. That's it. And that's what she said. So I'm confused.
It's wild. I just hope and pray that Liz doesn't get back with this man. But anyways, you guys, this is the update on the whole.
Listen, girl, listen, one thing I'm gonna be real with y'all and say this and put this on record. If Liz get back with this man, she a fool. She a fool. That's all I gotta say. She a fool if she get back with this man. But I'm not sold on the fact that she's trying to get back with this man. I'm not sold on the fact that she's just against Abby. She just doesn't know what's true. That's it. She doesn't know what to believe. She doesn't. So the only thing that Liz can do in my book that's just wrong, that would have me look at her sideways, is if she pop out with this man again. That's it. But so far, I don't feel like Liz has really done anything other than the fact that she got cheated on. That's it. Other than the fact that she got cheated on, I also feel like after like unpacking everything, that she is practicing what she preaches. She never said she was going to stay with this man. She keeps separating. Like, did y'all not read her Instagram story? She was like, my ex. I'm like, damn, he an ex already? She didn't pull the trophy wife. That's my husband. She didn't pull that. She said ex. So I caught that. Then her sister confirmed that she's done. So I don't know what are the girls. I don't understand. What are the girls wanting to see? Did I miss anything? Y'all let me know. Let me know if I missed anything. But I didn't get that Liz is staying with Landon. I'm not really getting that. I'm not. I think Liz just needs some time to herself. That's what I think. And I hope the internet respects the fact that this woman is pregnant. She's going through a lot. And then you not bothering and sending death threats to Landon gives her peace. Okay? That's why her sister came on social media like, hey, can you stop sending him death threats? Because now my sister can't get peace because his family is blowing up her phone. So I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. But y'all let me know. Let me know if I missed anything. When it comes to everything, I'm not buying that she wants to stay with this man. She wants to be with this man. I really think she's trying to separate herself. Can you make a video about Stephen Hawking being able to have a side piece? Who is that? No. They're not married. They were engaged. But she's already referring to him as her ex. They're not married. They were engaged. I gotta look in to see who that is. Who is it? I don't even know. Of course. And listen, ladies, can we not lose sight of who the problem really is? Please. The man is the problem. Landon, I can't stand narcs, y'all. This is why I can't stand narcs. They create all this drama. I gotta go lay down. I gotta talk to y'all later. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Can you please give the video a thumbs up? Please give the video a thumbs up. Because I got a headache. Ooh, I can't stand narcs. Ooh, this is why I can't stand narcs. The last time my head was hurting like this, I was dealing with a narc. I can't stand their ass. Listen, put that heat that y'all got, put that smoke that y'all got for Liz, put that shit right back on Landon. He done created all of these flying monkeys attacking Liz. Put all of that back on Landon, okay? Put all of that back on Landon, all right? And just chalk it up between Liz and Abby. They have been manipulated and they have been triangulated. and give them grace. But put that heat, put that smoke back on Landon. Okay? I gotta go. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night.